Hello everyone. Sorry for a little bit of hiccuping earlier, but my name is Electric. Vash will be joining the stream soon. Welcome to the Darker Side tournament between Bayleef and Dray33. At the moment, Bayleef has a fairly commanding lead, just getting done with Lake Kingdom. Meanwhile, Dray finishing up Wooded at the same time. Got a little bit of a cutscene right here. So if you're not super familiar with Darker Side, the run starts exactly the same as any percent through the Cascade Kingdom, but then takes a huge detour en route throughout the rest of the pre-Bowser fight. Thanks from the chat for those calling me the shocking hero. So we see Bayleef now going into the first Bowser fight on Cloud Kingdom. Let's see how he handles this entry here. Pretty nice movement. Let's see how he manages this Bowser fight. Pretty standard for runners at this caliber to be able to get the quick Bowser hits, but we'll see if he's able to actually get quick Bowser jumps. Whenever he'll be moving between the platforms here, he's manipulating Bowser to jump one platform closer, which saves just a little bit of time. There is actually another strat to get him 2 platforms closer, but it's much more difficult and unreliable. We see Dray going into Lake right now. Starting off with that zipper grab. Bayleef's still going strong with that fight. Going over to grab the Dory Moon on Dray's side. And Bayleef just finishing up this fight. One more little hit. Whack! Down on that ship. He's done for. Meanwhile, Dray about to be going in for the brutal fight in Lake. In just a moment here. 3, 4, forward. Ooh. He's going for that quick entry. There he goes. Meanwhile, Bayleef starting Lost Kingdom. Let's see how he handles the meme tree here. And, ooh, Cappy bounce, and there we go. We're starting off Lost really strong here. Dray, obviously, a master on this brutal fight.
Hello.
Hello, Vash. How are you today?
I am okay.
That's great to hear. You see Bayleef now going up to the top of Lost Kingdom. Lost Kingdom definitely is a drastic departure from the any percent route, since you actually go to the top of the kingdom here. You're wanting to pick up a couple of checkpoints for later on. You see Dray just finishing up that brutal fight. Nice Lake Kingdom from both of these guys.
What's up, Brutal? You only know about Hatter? Well, that's because you're a filthy memer. Much like everybody here.
Bayleef with that intentional death there. Honestly, I really like the Lost Kingdom routing in Darker Side. How about you, Ash?
I like it because I don't really feel like we spend an excessive amount of time there. But really, the kind of nice thing now is we do key in first visit, whereas before we used to do it second visit. So it's like, oh, this like trick that we do that can cost you like a minute happens like 3 hours into the run. Cool.
Yeah, well, speedrunning definitely sometimes goes against what would be nice for runners. It's amazing to me how...
It very nicely.
It's amazing to me how Dampe being 2 hours into a run for Hundo is the quickest Dampe has ever been. Dre going in for that Bowser fight. Let's see if he happens to go for that 2-platform skip, because that could save him just a little bit of time over Bayleef here. Bayleef exiting, lost now, grabbing that Undermoon, taking that intentional death. You are very welcome, Wall. It's our pleasure. Sexy glide on strats here. It's pretty awesome too because you don't just get out of lost the second you get every moon. You actually do pick up a couple extra, which I think is pretty nice. Bayleef exiting lost now while Dre just entering for his little visit. We'll see how Bay handles Snow next. This should be pretty interesting. Geez, what am I saying? Metro next. Metro. My bad. Metro is a very, very interesting kingdom in the darker side category, especially when compared to any percent, because you do actually complete the musician's side quest and also go through the festival in your first run through. So we'll see how he conquers Night Metro here. Night Metro can definitely be a little bit of a bane, especially inside City Hall and the Mecha Wiggler fight. Man, Vash, how do you handle the motion controls for that Mecha Wiggler fight?
I don't. For my past, like, 3 bingos that have gone to Mecha Wiggler, I've gotten 3-cycled, and I've been pretty mad about it. Because, like, I used to never get 3-cycled. Even, like, my casual playthrough, I 2-cycled.
Wow, I know I 3-cycled in my casual playthrough. The other day, ooh, Bayleef falling off the skyscraper. That'll be a little bit of a time loss there. Good recovery, though, going up that staircase. And, yeah, I want to say the last run that I did of any percent, I actually got 4-cycle Wiggler. I was tilted.
Okay, yeah, that's not, like, a lack of skill. That's more of you're so mad.
Right?
Right.
Those motion. Sometimes you go to tilt the controller up and somehow it detects it as down. I don't get it.
Oh, dude, I did like a bingo 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and I spent 14 minutes on inverted pyramid clip, and I lost it. I died Durango like 8 times.
Oh man. I'm sure you're just sitting at the inverted pyramid like, row cancel! Row cancel!
Dude, I was so mad because I was messing up the inputs. Like, I couldn't roll cancel at all, and I was like, "What's wrong with me?"
Right, Bailey taking that leap of faith.
I usually have a problem.
Yeah, once you get that roll cancel down, it's usually consistent. Like, I saw Bayleef demonstrating it, and he was getting it every single time. But man, before that point, it's really like RNG almost.
By the way, Bayleef just like nonchalantly did City Hall.
Right.
Like, it was nothing.
I was gonna say, he took that leap of faith a little safe, but ultimately it worked out for him. Nothing for him. Real fast movement. Looks like he's commanding Wiggler in this fight. He got that first phase down nice. Not even looking at Wiggler between those phases.
Taking those SNES strats, trying to make sure that he reduces the game lag on the Switch.
You know, I've noticed a bit of lag on Undocked, but I don't think I've never noticed lag on Docked.
Well, I've started to notice something that I want to lab, like in the speedrunning Discord, because I've noticed some areas where well, one, dropped inputs are more common, but I've also noticed some other like unique things that happen input-wise. But I want to have like other people test it first.
Yeah. The fact that it's a wireless controller with that little bit of inherent input delay is definitely a little bit challenging to deal with, especially since wired mode is actually a little bit worse, apparently. I've looked it up. The input lag on wired is apparently a couple frames slower.
And like the other, the thing that, so Bayleef talked about it like in a run really recently, and he was just like, well, the other thing that's really frustrating is that like when you're wired, it makes using any motion controls really awkward.
Yeah, because you have to deal with all that wire shaking the whole time.
Yeah.
Man, just what was Nintendo thinking putting required motion controls in Mario? I'm channeling my inner donkey here. Like, who put motion controls in Mario?
Listen, I have no problem with the motion controls in this game. I actually think that they make the speedrun more fun.
The only one that I have a huge problem with is up throws, because you have to, like, move the controller laterally upward. It's such a strange movement. You see Bayleef pulling off that displaced hat grab there, starting off his Metro Strong. If you're an any percent runner, this will be a huge treat for you because the route is nothing like the any percent route. Going for that seed first. Like I mentioned earlier, he'll be going for all 4 musicians. Doing bench friends right here, skipping the trash moon. Just barely.
One of the metrics for how you're doing in Metro is when you do bench friend, where the taxi is, and so generally you want to be like on the hood or like the taxi cap thing.
Right.
And so because he missed the sit there, he was like on pretty good pace, but once he missed the sit, not as much.
Right. Seemed to recover pretty gracefully though, grabbing the drummer there for the first of the 4 musician moons. Next up, he'll actually be grabbing the trumpeter and the hint art for New Donk City at the same time. Dre going into Indoor City Hall. Let's see if he can match Bayleef's performance there. Bayleef got his timer restarted. Not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe he... Dre getting that bonk.
At least of all the mistakes to make, this one is not that bad.
Yes. The only thing is it may throw off your cycles for a bit. Seems he recovered though. But definitely a lot better than missing something on the pole, missing especially that leap of faith. Ooh, man.
Alright. Yeah, leap of faith is like one of the most tilting things to me.
I really just wish you could throw the cap, release the stick, and just dive. I wish you didn't have to do that stick adjustment manually. Going for... Ooh! I didn't think that was going to work for a moment.
Yeah, that was... Because he had like a little bit of an angle on it, right?
Right, he was on the edge of that brim.
That might ruin your distance.
I've seen that hat angle, almost exactly that, fail on myself before. And there's nothing worse than just diving straight down the tower, because you have a few seconds to think about what you've just done. Yes, Bayleef is the current world record holder in this category, I believe both in 1.0 and 1.2. Getting that dive for that pool moon there. Now he'll be going for the cafe moon. Let's see if he gets it first try. Making it look easy there.
He always, so one day he was like, "You're really good at getting Dune Moon." And I was like, I mean, it's like not that hard. But then I see like, sometimes I see him get like snipe Cafe Moon, and I'm like, how do you do that?
Right. I always have to just wait for the shadow in this game. I mean, I don't know how they would manage to fix the camera to give you better depth perception, but man, it's without that shadow on the ground, you really have no clue where you're landing.
Also, Dray33 cycle. Hog.
Very nice there. Very nice. Bayleef going into the sewer now. I doubt he'll be going for sewer clip in a race, but we'll see.
I don't think he will. He's trying to practice this other strat. Because I think it saves a second.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And it looks like really good.
Definitely fluid movement to that secret moon.
And then here's the only other thing to really worry about.
And
yeah, there we go.
There we go. Dray entering his day metro. Let's see if he grabs that cap return.
Yep.
There we go. That music gets me every time. I love that synchronization.
Oh, he accidentally stopped his timer.
Yep.
Because he went to split. Okay, that's really funny.
Yeah, I had to restart it in the middle of the run. That's why it looks like he's 10 seconds behind, but in reality, he's exactly synced with Dray. Oop, Dray also missing bench friends the first time. I don't even think I think the taxi passed away the frame already. Yeah, let's see how... Where is the taxi? Oh, wow, it's way up there.
Yep.
Bench friends mistake kind of cost him a bit. Bayleef going into festival.
Well, it's that timer starts once you get out of wiggling, I think. And actually, it might even. No, it's gotta be after wiggling. So like that includes like your seed toss and all that.
Yeah. Bayleef looking like a pretty clean festival. We'll see how he handles that secret moon box jump and everything. Oop, Dray getting another bonk there. Oop, Bay thinks he's missing a coin. Pretty clean box jump there for the secret. It's definitely some pretty precision movement you have to accomplish there.
Oh. Some of those gaps, I was like, Bayleef, you're gonna fall. Stop it. Do not take damage on that. Taking damage here isn't like the worst.
Yeah, you can make it up later on, but anytime you take damage when you don't need to, I mean, that's definite time loss of...
Well, for multi-moons, you actually don't lose time.
Oh, true. For some reason, I thought after the... Ooh, double...
Alright, let's not... Okay, we're fine.
Okay. That was a bit scary. Definitely do not want to take a death in the middle of the festival, because that's a lot of 8-bit platforming to deal with again. Dray going into the skyscraper. Let's see how he handles the Cafe Moon.
Solid. But...
Ooh. Oh, he's going for that 200 from that newer Luigi Moon. Got introduced after 1.2 in one of the hint art releases by Nintendo. It's a pretty smart strat to go ahead and collect yourself 200 coins, which coins are vastly important in this route. In any percent, you only need about 200. In this one, you're going to need a lot.
I think that Darker Side's route is 1,000 coins.
And that would make sense. I believe the achievement is for 1,000, right?
Mm-hmm. The achievement is for 1,000, and they buy, I think, 3 or 4 moons.
It definitely makes sense.
It's Wooded, Lost, Seaside, and I think that's it.
Yeah, because they skip Snow, right?
Yeah. Thanks.
Dray going in for his sewer. Bayleef moving on to Snow Kingdom. We'll see how he handles the Dampe of this run, the dreaded snow clip. Ooh, nice save there. Quick reflexes on that one.
This is a room that does suck to die in.
Oh, no doubt. Because then you have to go all the way through the pipes at the introduction. And see, that's the thing with this category and this level of runners. You can't... It's not about getting those consistently fast strats every single time. It's about being able to recover. When you can notice that you're going to fail something, being able to react to that and make that transition immediately. That's really what matters in a race like this. Bayleef with a nice snow entry there. Oop, just barely missing that entrance. Now, Vash, what are you thinking? Are you thinking Dray may be able to make up some time depending on Bayleef's snow clip, or what are you thinking about this?
Well, I mean, if Dray, like, really nails the clip, yeah, that could be, like, a serious time one. But, I mean, it also depends just, you know, like, Bayleef gonna lose time here? Bayleef has, like, a feast or famine situation with snow clip. It's either I did it literally first try, or I'm gonna lose, like, 45 seconds.
And, you know, I think in his recent streams, he's had a little bit of trouble with Snowclip. I do know he's been losing about 20% of his darker side runs to Snowclip. So
yeah, but that's like pretty much always been the case. So the way that Bayleef describes it is like a run doesn't start until after snow and after sand.
Right.
Because the clips are the hardest like tricks in the run for him.
And especially at 1.2 with how well Nintendo tried to patch those. Interestingly, I may be wrong, but I don't believe I heard Pauline's voice on Bayleef's stream.
Yeah, I may have forgotten to switch the audio. There was like, I only realized it after he got the multi-moon. I was like, oh, we're hearing Day Metro. Whoops.
Well, at least we get to experience that wonderful theme song once. Apparently, this was the Odyssey theme song, not, you know, the song that plays through the entire escape. Oop. 4. Oop, getting a bonk there. See, it's not that bad if you don't get that bonk. And now he gets that clip. Pretty good there. Dray could make up some time.
I think that was 18 seconds.
Yeah, definitely not a bad snow clip. If Dray gets a first try, that could definitely save him a serious chunk of time, but he'll have to do more than that in order to catch up. But hey, we still got, give or take, 2.5 hours in this run, so yeah. Anything can happen.
Like, the biggest thing about the races for this category is, like, there's a lot of time to make mistakes. There's a lot of time to make up. Because, I don't know, it's, you know, a long run.
Oh, and yeah, and especially
things,
in
like,
those revisits.
I messed up one input and I died.
In those revisits, I mean, right after Bowser, they're going to be collecting just moon after moon after moon. It's just going to be a slurry. Right here, you think they're going fast, but it's only because they're doing a little bit of extra stuff to prepare for that revisit above any percent. Overall, they're just trying to get to those revisits, because there's so much more available in all the kingdoms when you go to revisit them. Well, Bayleef with another stop timer while he's going into the bound race. The Snowball. You know, I think they missed out on that Stranger Things tie-in. They could have named this the Snowball, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but then we'd be dancing.
I mean, doesn't that look like a really sophisticated racing dance to you? Like, look at him. He's bouncing and flouncing all around the show.
I just... let me walk you through the mental state I'm in. So, Bayleef was so far ahead of every other racer, there was no racer on his screen. And I was like, did he start the race or is he just practicing?
Commentators already delirious. 40 minutes into the run.
I was seriously concerned.
Got Dray going in the snow now. Bayleef grabbing that multi-moon.
Tiffany, did you guess it on the dot?
Oh my god. That is amazing. Tiffany out here with the runner psychic predictions. Which, a little bit of a fun fact, the PowerPoint which has the darker side route was actually made because Tiffany asked for it. Timpani begging for gift subs here. What a rookie mistake there.
That's a ban in his chat.
Ooh, missing that dummy there with that spin. Man, the spins can be so unreliable sometimes. Grabbing that moon nicely though.
Oh. A sad bonk, right?
Still going pretty strong despite. Ooh, choosing to actually break the icicle before getting one of those grabs. Bonks into that moon, doesn't matter. Moon grab resets everything about Mario besides his cap position.
Bonking into that moon is actually like a strat. Because it's faster just to like get into the bonk and bonk in bonk backwards into it, I think.
Oh, okay. I just figured
it's really weird. I saw a couple of other people doing it recently, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, actually, I mean, I guess you don't have to deal with the stun at all, right? The moon resets you."
Right. I was sitting here thinking,
just, like, spam roll into it. So
I was sitting here thinking he dives too shallow or something, but that definitely makes a lot of sense now. Chat's still excited about Vash commentating. Vash seems to have a lot of fans in this chat.
People, they asked me to commentate.
I hope to one day reach that legendary status. Oop, another bonk there. Not too great of a snow so far. A couple of minor bonks like that. Going for a different version of Snow Clip there, and he gets it really quickly there. Moving in the out-of-bounds segment. So I think overall, with the different clip and the couple of bonks, he's probably, give or take, even with Bayleef here. Man, in snow, I love that soft bagpipes just droning in the background.
It's, But I think, like, the best thing about snow is their little hats.
Oh, yeah. The like, snow people are so cute.
Like, their hat must be so stretched. Because, like, their heads are... They don't have, like, necks, right? It's like their whole body is their head.
Right. That must hurt after a while. And plus, I wonder where they get them all. They must be homemade, because we haven't seen a hat shop. I mean, there's Crazy Cat, but they have, like, what is it, just a snow parka for Mario? They don't have an actual Yeti hat. Which makes me wonder, though, if Crazy Cat has a different inventory based on species.
He's stunned?
Commentators getting into the advanced Mario lore, while Bayleef knocking Seaside Kingdom out of the park so far. Dray in that snowball race. Let's see if you can match Bayleef's time there. We got a lot of predictions from the chat. 52:11, 52:10, 53:21. We'll see who's right. Bayleef grabbing that moon with the Gushin. You got to be really careful on your water level in the Gushin right here, because you need to keep him for a little while.
The bigger thing that they need to work... So, with the darker side route, it's actually not too tight. There's only, like, one situation where it's tight and he's already way past. Because, from here on out, he will be getting moons, like, close enough to each other. Or, like, basically, we have enough refills that it's not too much of a concern. But, there's, the one from the spire, like the first button to the tower thing, that one is a little bit scary sometimes, but generally, like, after you've done it the first time, you'll be fine.
Ooh, just barely missing that spin pound there. Going ahead and grabbing the Gushin for after. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm starting to think about it. Does doing Snow Clip actually count as getting world peace for Snow Kingdom, or
Yes. So
Okay.
the requirement isn't getting all the story moons. The requirement is getting specific story moons. So when they finish Bound Bowl, that's where the game is like, all right. In order to get here, they had to do the other one. So the world peace, and you're like, gotcha. I actually didn't get those other ones.
So would you say that this route has a little more in common with any % world peace than standard any % then, or still not quite as close?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Would you say that this route is somewhat more comparable to world peace than standard any % then?
Oh yeah, definitely. We get world peace in every kingdom.
Right.
And also, like, this run is starting to get pretty optimized, but I wouldn't say it's like any % frustrate, like, you know, you're like minus or you're plus 0.1 in cap, reset. Ah! You know, it's more like a, oh, I'm plus 3 in darker, oh, in sand, reset.
Right, right. I mean, with a 3-hour run, you know, there's definitely a lot of room for error, but Bayleef has done a lot to optimize this category. It's really astounding to have seen his progress.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm there for like every stream.
Commentators finding it necessary to validate their experience through watching.
I've run this category.
That's a little bit more than I can say.
I mean, it's not much more. Have you seen my time?
I have not.
I have a 7-hour darker side.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, I'm just chilling with my 129 any % PB, acting like I'm hot shit. But I will fully admit that I am no runner expert, but I do know things. Keep going for it. Hey, my summer best is a 124, so we'll see, we'll see. I'll actually start streaming it once I get below a 120. Because then it'll finally be worth for a capture card, I think.
Setting a goal for yourself, Hog.
Oh, yep. My real achievement, when I get a sub 110, I will switch to darker side. At that point, I'll feel comfortable enough with all the basics that we can really give it a go. 80%'s nice, but this category, you get in Moon every 25 seconds or so on average. It's just insane.
Yeah. And, like, the real, like, stark difference is when you're going through the first run through of the game, just like before, you know, you beat the game, you're like, oh man, this is like pretty normal. And then you beat the game and you're following the route and you're like, oh my lord, I'm getting moons constant.
Oh yeah,
those cutscenes were really dragging things down.
Honestly. And it's just the most amazing thing about this game, I think, that you actually get that little reset after a moon grab, so you can do all sorts of extra stuff like, you know, special dives, extra cap throws, and cappy bounces. It really comes in handy for a lot of routing. Ooh, just barely missing that final little optimization on Skewer, but no worries, Bayleef still with a commanding lead in Luncheon. Luncheon, in a lot of cases, can kind of make or break a run. Like, you really have to be careful, because a lot of the strats, especially in the back half when you're having to do that triple jump up to the moon on the other side of the mountain, like, if you fail that, you're toast. You're dead, and you're going to have to easily waste another 30 seconds just getting back there.
The other... There are, like, Luncheon and Lost, I think, are... like the super scary, besides like ignoring clips, because like clips are basically just like, all right, I'm pressing these buttons, and like it's not luck, but I am hoping that I'm going through because I can't
I'm a human being and I can't know, right?
Right.
But if we ignore clips, I would say that Luncheon and Lost are definitely like the scariest kingdoms. Luncheon, well, Lost it's obviously because like you fall and you just die.
Right. That insta death is just so unforgiving.
But in Luncheon it's a little bit worse because you don't just die. You
have to bounce around in the fire. And especially if you're like too far below a ledge to actually get yourself back up, I mean, you're wasting a good 10 seconds just waiting for Mario to die.
And it is definitely frustrating. Dray about to enter his boss fight.
We'll see how he handles Octo. Meanwhile, Bayleef with that nice flame. We'll see how he does on that triple jump mentioned beforehand. Commentator forgetting that this is not any percent and he's actually going to a different room instead.
You see, that's where I have a huge advantage over you, because I don't watch any percent. I haven't watched any percent since the race at Express.
And oh man, what a race that was.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And especially, Furt was just on his A game for that. Mm-hmm. It was insane. Ooh, taking damage.
All that matters here really is, I doubt he's gonna die, but ooh, actually opted to take a heart. Now, honestly, if he wasn't like 100% confident, that's a really good move.
Oh, Bayleef taking a death to the fire. It's brutal here.
That's actually exactly what I was talking about when I was saying that dying can be really frustrating. That was exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
so that is definitely a gap closer for Dray. But I will say, Dray did not get quick kill.
Right, opting to take that fight pretty safe overall. I wonder if you're Dray right now, are you thinking to yourself, I need to be playing risky in order to catch up, or do I need to be playing safe to hold what I've got so far? The same could be asked for Bayleef, though. I mean, is Bayleef purposely doing just kind of normal strats, or is he playing it a little bit safer?
I think he's just playing completely normal. I don't think he's changing strats.
I wonder if that one death made him rethink it a little bit, though.
No. I mean, he's probably like, well, there goes like any hope of world record, but...
Only someone like Bayleef would hope for world record in the middle of a race.
Well, there was
that ZFG world record!
Well, no, so, a couple of months ago, Bayleef did a darker side against Timpani, I think, on GSA. And up until 2 hours, 30 minutes in the run, he was on world record pace by like 15 seconds.
Man.
Because, low-key, I was in the call with him. I was in, like, a Discord call with him, as I always am. And he was just like, oh, there it goes. But he was also like, I'm kind of happy because, like...
Now I'm not as nervous.
I don't know. It's just that, like, I don't want my world record to be no commentary.
True. That's definitely fair, too.
Oh... Because then he's gotta, like, get the VOD from GSA, you know, clip it, no face cam, and all that.
Pretty nice start to the luncheon so far from Dray, looks like.
Getting the cursed timer.
Bayleef getting those flames from the Piranha pretty nicely. Ooh, that's a nice first jump from Dray. A little bit of swag there, slapping the sides of him with that hat. Very clean fight from Dray. Bayleef going up onto the summit for his fight with the big bird. Oop, missing that checkpoint. Having to go back and nab it real quick.
That's something else that's like a little bit, I think, weird for some people. It's like, man, they took 2 seconds to get that like checkpoint. Is that really worth it? It's like, yeah, because it's gonna take minutes later.
For all those return trips, yes. And Luncheon, you're actually going to return twice, not just once. With the way the routing works out. Kind of interesting how that works. And man, this fight can honestly be such a pain with that vomit there. It's really hard to figure out exactly where you are in relation to that bird. Depth perception is definitely an issue.
Like, there's so many things about this boss fight that make you just kind of, just like, why? So, the biggest thing that I have a problem with the fight, that I don't think enough people touch on, is the color palette that they decided to go with. Because, like, if you look at the background to Luncheon, it's pinkish. And you make the boss pink, and you make the road that you travel to the boss pink.
It's unreasonable.
I'm just a brainlet. Come on, throw me a bone.
This isn't SM64. We don't have 200 IQ here. Come on.
Oh. Shoutouts to Simple Flips.
Shoutouts to Simple Flips. It's okay. We do the best we can with our 199 IQ here. Merrick OK asking, what's wrong with pink? There's nothing inherently wrong with pink, but when everything is pink, that's where we got a problem. It's like walking into a Valley Girl convention. You just can't do it. Ben J with shoutouts to his dad. What a stand-up guy. Shoutouts to Ben J's dad.
Shoutouts to Ben J's.
Oops! Skipping over that moving platform. Kind of risky, but managed to pull it off in the end. And now, right after this was where Bayleef took that death, so if Dray can avoid that death, that's a little bit of time save there. Bay going ahead and moving on now. Entering that big old lizard fight. Ooh!
Oh my, that was like a little bit early.
That was a pop out. Yeah.
And just scared. Oh my lord.
Bayleef going for nice recovery there after that little, looked like a bunk from that treasure chest. Going into the...
Ray is clear? Okay,
yeah, he's good now. He's good. See, that whole backside there, it's... Man, that is just rough area, rough territory. Going ahead and making that meat salty, making the bird salty. Bayleef with that intentional damage on the big old lizard. Getting that first ground pound nice. Once you really develop a personal timing for this fight, it gets substantially more consistent.
Bayleef just tanking the lightning there.
If you know you got the hearts for it, I mean, why not? Getting that triple jump timing dead on, landing right on top of the big angry lizard.
This fight is so weird. This is so... There's so much to pick apart about it.
It's really, in a lot of ways, kind of an auto-scroller with just a couple of elements of real strategy.
Oh, it is very much an auto-scroller.
But this is such a clean effort from Bayleef here, landing right on top of that nose each time. That's definitely the fastest way to get through this fight. Not even getting anything of lightning out of that guy on that final hit.
Dray entering whatever this room is called.
The cave.
I don't like to call it the cave, because, like, there are many caves in the game.
And especially in Luncheon, too.
Oh.
I like to call it the bullshit log cave for that reason, right there!
Oh my. I thought that that was gonna happen on, like, the middle log just before it.
Right!
And I was like, he just barely dodged it, and then, no!
Man, when I first got here casually, I was like, oh, this is an easy room. This is for babies. What's going? And then you get to the top, and that log cuts you off from that fire, and you're just like, oh man, oh man. Having a little bit of trouble with that inside room there, but seemed to be okay. He pulled it off. Could call it the Lava Frogger room. Kind of reminds me a bit of a Frogger game. Nice little eject there. Bayleef now moving into Chinatown, the Bowser Kingdom. And see, at any percent here, you have the luxury of just being able to roll your way all the way through. And that's matched right here. That's actually not too hard to pull off, believe it or not. But the rest of the kingdom, not so much. Nice movement there over to the backside moon, and I think he's going to get that recapture. Nice recapture there.
Mm-hmm. That's actually my favorite trick in the game.
Nice.
Is whenever we do that.
All the recaptures are just so nice, like the glide-on recapture in the second Lost Revisit.
Okay, well, I don't mean that. I hate keyless. I hate it.
I don't know. Whenever Necro was practicing Darker Side, I watched him practice that trick like, I don't even know how many times in a row, and seeing him get it kind of consistently, it was nice. It looked real nice. Sexy backflips there. Oh my god, that movement.
Yeah, climbing the, like, mountainside is really cool.
Timpani out here with the word rearrangement memes. Ooh, Vash, could we switch the audio over to Leaf real quick?
Yep.
The boss fight music reminded me that, we still had it over there. Mainly, I just want it over here for after the double brutal fight, because that music drop is just wild. Totally skipping over the pokey for that moon in the center of the wall there. Ooh, just barely missing that second bomber. Nice recovery there. Having a slight bit of trouble with the poke, but that's okay. Quick retries there. Timpani bullying Vash in the chat. Commentators get no love for their low PBs.
No, it's a meme. So one of the many memes of Vash is that when you sub to me, you pay to bully me.
Well then, I guess I may as well go ahead and pull out my wallet.
And they do love their right to bully me. they do it often and frequently.
Ooh, he's actually going for that rooftop moon on the other side. That's a strat you don't exactly see in lower levels, but up here, pretty commonplace. He's already got himself 6 moons. Going for that little statue moon there. Oop, just barely overshooting it. That's okay. I just loved this kingdom so much. There's just so much about it that really, I don't know. I really think the artistic style here is just on point.
I actually agree with you. I think that this kingdom has the best music in the game.
And especially when you actually get into the castle. That just huge, that drop. Oh man, oh man. We'll hear it coming up here. Going for Harriet first. This fight is just so inconsistent for me. There seems to be so little of a range that you can hit those bombs and they won't like go in some slightly different direction. You hit it just a bit too early, it goes over her head. You hit a bit too late, it goes under. A little bit to the side, either side, it just flies way into left field.
Bayleef actually does some, I'm gonna put it in quotes, precise manipulation for her. So that she moves in particular ways, she ends up in spots, and cycles are a little bit shorter.
Interesting there. I've noticed that when you move side to side, she will tend to try to follow you without going forward towards you, but if you stand in front of her, she'll go more forward towards you. But I haven't been able to figure out personally how to get that reliable. Ooh, very nice intro to that topper fight. Gets that first cap jump. Let's see how he handles. Ooh, jumping right on his back. That one is a hard cap jump there, but not for Bayleef. He gets quick work out of topper, and now both of those fights done for. Easy peasy.
Bayleef is a part of the correct order gang. Harriet and then Hatter.
I have to disagree with you there. I prefer Hatter than Harriet.
Come on! We read left to right!
But, I mean, you're in Chinatown. They read right from left, so,
Hey,
you know.
hey! This is America.
Oops, silence. Commentator, way too invested in the music of this game. It's like the whole time the music is pretty understated overall, and then you get here and it just gets real. Kind of reminds me of some moments from that game Fury, where it's like the music is constantly egging you continuously. And it's like you think it can't get any more intense, and then it just does.
That game has like a real good. The thing that's also pretty neat about that game is whenever you pause, it tells you the who made it.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool because I was like, "This sounds like Carpenter Brooke."
And turns out it is! Video game OSTs are definitely something. I did my yearly replay of Thousand Year Door in November, start of this month, and I just never can believe how amazing that music is. Very nice wall first half from Bayleef. Let's see how he handles the second. Very nice on the second half there. Going ahead and reserving that pokey for yet another hole in the wall. Very nice.
Ooh, nice.
And he gets that jump. Nice. That can be pretty tricky to time sometimes.
Made it look easy.
But of course, now he's going snipe hit on that nose moon. Oh my
That was
God.
I couldn't even tell if he was close, just because of like
The little bit of a bit rate.
yeah,
efficiency.
yeah. I was about to say like it was like a little bit sketchy on our end.
Nice spin pound. Oh, that wasn't a spin, but still nice pound. And he gets that. Very nice. Let's see if he can go ahead and get Harriet now. And he's on the roof. Should be going for Harriet in just a moment now.
Oh.
No, he's going for Spewer. He's risking it all here for that quick.
Oh!
Very nice.
Look at this.
Very
boy.
good neck here. Oh my God. Super fast mech from Bayleef. Not even using any of the beginner strats. Going to risk it all, and he gets it all. Wow, what a nice mech. That was beautiful. Oh my God. Some well-deserved fireworks. Meanwhile, Dray Just getting into the deepness of Chinatown Kingdom. Meanwhile, Bayleef about to make a special exploration, about to attend a wedding of sorts.
Well, first he has to walk behind the Odyssey real quick. Take care of some personal business.
Yeah, you know, just clean off the pole. You got to make sure your poles are all clean around the Odyssey before you take off.
This moon is so weird.
I am ashamed to admit how long it took me to find this moon.
I mean, like, there's only like one other moon that's that close to the Odyssey.
And so you don't expect it, but there it is. And Bay's Odyssey now complete, giving us a little bit of a zoom in for that extra effect. Timpani questioning something in chat. And now Bayleef blasting off while Dray is advancing into about the middle of Bowser Kingdom overall. Now let's see if Dray uses the quote-unquote correct order or the correct order. Bayleef with some pretty nice movement on the moon so far. Nice bunny grab there. That one can be pretty challenging. Timpani having a problem with the locations of moons as according to Vash.
Yeah, he just... me.
Vash just throwing up his Pepe hands.
Showing everybody that I'm a fake gamer.
That little flower spinning in the breeze there. Very nice second flower grab from Bayleef. Man, when I found out that you could stack those speed flowers on top of each other, that changed my life.
You should have been there for the stream where, like, Bayleef learned that you could refresh them. He was like, this seems annoying, and then like 3 minutes later he was like, oh, it's actually not difficult at all. And I was like, is it really that useful though? And he goes, I want it to be, but the problem is it's just like in Darker Side, it's just not that useful. I think that there's only like one that he and I were like thinking about putting in, but it's still super not great. It's so... we don't even know if it like saves time.
Nice triple moons there for the entry, and he's about to bust down the door. And Mario is speaking now rather than forever holding his peace. And apparently Bowser does not like that. I'll have to be honest with you, compared to the legacy that is Bowser Throws, I was a bit disappointed in this being the final Bowser fight.
Well, I think that like the setting is really cool, and I really
doubt
think,
about that.
Like, and also like the music, stuff like that. But it's kind of like both games really have this problem for me, where it's, I mean, you've already fought him like this before. It's the same fight.
Just a little bit more quote-unquote difficult. It's just different is all it is. In this case, you have an extra cap on both of his shadow caps, and then you have to deal with the fire from the middle of the ring, which is just backflip. Backflip.
I mean, honestly, you don't even have to backflip. You can just jump.
You see Bayleef doing cap throws right now. I just really love doing the side flips. I think it just looks really nice.
I can agree with you on that, Oddman.
No, I did have to say, his fake out here was pretty cool.
Well!
It got me the first time, I have to admit, it got me.
Oh, Dray.
Ooh, Dray,
Oh my lord, this kill box!
Yeah, that's the bad thing about Bowser Kingdom. I think the kill plane can only be flat, or like to an extent can only be flat.
It's just that because of this area, because
how
of the
tall
way
it
this area is, so since that area has water down there, it actually takes that long before you're like guaranteed to die around there.
I see.
Because if you were to fall that far, you could still, at a lot of points, manage to get over to that water. So it's like, well, I didn't give him a chance.
That's true. That's true. I just know the many times, like on the roof moon, I've accidentally fallen off that roof a couple of times, and it takes a while for you to actually die.
Yep.
It's really, I think it's just with how much of a difference there is in height, it's really hard to set a reliable kill plane for any big area.
And that is exactly what Bowser's Kingdom is a large area.
Amen to that.
Like, I think it's comparable in, like, actual size to sand. I mean, obviously it doesn't have anywhere near, like, the land mass, right?
But just in terms of 3D space.
Yeah.
Bayleef going into that awesome rock music. Man, I have to admit, when I heard this, I was like, wait, am I in a Sonic game right now?
It's, like, Sonic in all the good ways.
Right? It's not that cringy, edgy rock. Commentator with his atrocious impersonation of an electric guitar from Sonic Adventure.
No, you good, you good. Most people know what you're talking about.
Chat getting hyped for anime time. Bayleef with that awesome collapse there. Oh my god. Did you see that?
It was okay, I guess.
He broke that pillar. Oh man. This is...
So that's around a 127.40 pregame for him.
Not bad at all. Definitely a great place to be.
Normal. Oh man.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay, Dray barely getting that hit before the throw off.
Oh man.
He has to get a good fight here in order to really keep up with Bayleef.
That was a nice second one though.
Very nice so far. Ooh, definitely. That was a good backflip. Okay, let's see if he goes for Spewer or Harriet on this phase. I'm thinking he'll end up going for Harriet. He'll probably want to play a little safe.
He's Phil. Can't tell if he's baiting. Oh, there we go.
Wow!
Female hat.
Easy kill. Easy kill. And he's got that Harriet guaranteed now. Nice fight from both Dray and Bayleef. Thankfully, that is not going to determine this race. Bayleef just starting out in Mushroom Kingdom now, and we're getting into post-game. Now, I'm not the most familiar with this route, so Vash, do we get the best costume in the game in this route?
No, there are no costume changes in Darker Side.
Oh man, I really wish this route would have incorporated the SM64 outfit. You know, if I run Darker Side, I'll incorporate it into my route. I don't care if it's slower.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I changed into it.
I don't care if it's slower. It'll make me feel better.
Well, the biggest thing is that you'll have to route in all the purple. Because Darker Side does not involve any purple coins.
Really? Interesting. I would have figured... Well, if no costumes, that makes sense, yeah.
Every purple coin related thing was routed out about 4 months ago? 5 months ago, I think.
Wow. Nice tiles from Bayleef so far.
Neo could tell you, like, the exact date.
I almost cried when I first got a Power Moon in this kingdom and I realized that they were stars. I was so happy. Wait, did Bayleef not look at the roof there? Oh, he's probably saving that for when he goes back.
It because it takes so long to become an active moon.
Right, and you can just go up and talk to a Toadette.
Yeah.
Nice little tail moon there. And our first little musical toad, what's he want to listen to? Nighttime Sand Kingdom theme in 8-bit. Timpani with an intense hatred of the Mushroom Kingdom. Commentators wondering why he runs Mario then.
No, he hates it because it's awful speedrunning. There's such a great split between speedrunners and casual players, because it's like, Mushroom's a fun kingdom.
Oh, I just meant like in general, like, I thought he meant that he didn't like the political element of the Mushroom Kingdom.
No. He means the kingdom. He means, like, the level.
I know he means the speedrunning, yeah. But I mean, if you really think about it, while Bayleef's starting his snow, and Dray seems to be doing pretty well with that Rolling Rock, I mean, who would really want to live in a monarchy where you're constantly having to deal with the matriarch getting captured by an evil king?
Let's be honest. The princess gets kidnapped. It doesn't really affect me.
I mean, true, but then again, like, who else is there to run the kingdom? Like, I'm not sure I trust that old ass toad to run the
Mushroom Kingdom runs itself in the day-to-day.
I mean, probably. Although, what do they do for commerce? What are their imports and exports?
Well, as we know from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the Mushroom Kingdom is actually not great economically speaking, because the Mushroom Kingdom's coins have a low exchange rate to bean coins.
Ah, that's right. I remember the Bean Kingdom now. And they got so mad about it that they stole Princess Peach's voice and turned it into bombs. Man, why don't we get plots like that anymore? Now we get Sticker Star and Color Splash, and it's all like, hey, you gotta have stickers to use your moves now, kids! Whatever happened to the days of you have a chapter that ends early because a ghost took over your body? Bayleef going for that fishing right now. Ooh, and he's taking a hint from ZFG and having a little bit of trouble.
Oh.
Little bit of a slow bit here, not a whole lot to cover just yet.
Yeah.
Nice grab on that cheap there.
Dray about to enter final segment.
Let's see how he handles both that Bowser fight and the escape. I don't think Bayleef really left him a lot of room to save time here.
No. Really, like right now, it's about managing not losing time.
No doubt. Really, I think the best thing Dray could do right now is just play as consistently as possible and just hope for Bayleef to make some pretty major mistakes. Which can definitely happen. There's a lot of difficult segments coming up.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Ooh!
I hate the climb to this moon.
Oop, just a little bit
there we
too
go.
slow. Probably a good 15-20 seconds lost there, but no worries yet. No worries yet.
Meanwhile, Dray is doing some jump rope.
Woohoo!
Only like 25 more jumps and he'll get a moon.
Merrick OK saying Color Splash was good. Games that I have no doubt it's a good game, but is it a good Paper Mario game?
I refuse to comment on the grounds that I may incriminate myself.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and respectfully decline to answer your question. Commentators pulling out that Martin Shkreli impression. Wonder how he's doing in jail. Anyone heard? Bayleef going ahead and going into the dreaded toxic cloud room. At least it's dreaded for me. I cannot get a runoff without taking at least one death in this room. It's insane.
Oh, no. Hold up. Woo.
Dray going through, going for 2D skip here.
I switched the audio over to Dray so that we can
appreciate his escape. Again. I was wondering about that a moment ago. I was like, you know, Bayleef's ahead, but should we hear that anime music one more time?
Listen, chat. Now that I know that I have power to like switch the audio channels,
we're gonna be making remixes.
Oh, I've been given too much power again.
No one man should have all that power.
So apparently, a little bit of behind the scenes. This whole time I thought that just happened by the restreamer. And so like this whole time I've just been like, man, sometimes it's like a little bit weird. And then months later, I've almost been commentating for a year at this point, I guess. And now one of the admins is like, oh, you know that you can like, there's like a control panel that you can...
Oh no, Dray taking a death after that third pillar in the escape. Oh my god.
Lord, that's so late, dude.
Oh, this is something that we needed to see from Bay, not Dray, to enable him to get further. Oh my god, that's a substantial time loss there. Wow.
That is a huge time loss.
Big Oof is absolutely right, chat. Pull out your not like this. Pull out your Pepe hands. At least 2 minutes there. At least. Amen. This has not been a great start for Dray, but post-game, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And if, as we've already seen, Bay's already made a little bit of an error in snow, so we'll see how the rest of post-game goes for Bay. Post-game gives you just enough of a little break and a change of pace that I think Dray could really change his mentality around and really pull this off. What do you think, Bash?
Listen, as long as he keeps a cool head, he can still get a good time.
No doubt about that. He's definitely still making good time.
Although now he is in the red, but like, honestly, if he wasn't in the red, that would be very surprising.
Amen. After that kind of mistake, I mean, that's rough. I'm sorry. There's no other word for it. This whole exit of the moon is just so, like, it should just be easy, but stuff like this hole right here next to the right-hand pillar, and then just how much of the road collapses after your third pillar loss. Like, he's going safe here. I think he's going to manually go for that fourth.
I don't think he's going to man.
Well, he's getting closer to it is what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not doing it from the same position that he was before.
I thought you meant like he was going to go claw it, and I was like, alright, well...
He's not playing it that safe, no. I think that would even be more risky.
No, the path when you go to claw it is way more consistent. Because, like, none of those... You get, like, in some areas a too wide path, so it's just like... I mean, it's a little bit safer, but nothing I'd really write home about.
Absolutely. Bayleef, meanwhile, moving into Lost through the painting. For those not familiar with Darker Side, you're about to see a boatload of moons collect on the left side of these players' screens because they're going to be using the paintings to avoid having to go to the Odyssey and watch the exceptionally long cutscene of dropping moons off there. Could we go ahead and get that audio switch back over to Bay's stream?
Yeah.
All right, grabbing Captain Toad here. Meanwhile, Dre's starting off his Mushroom Kingdom. So there's about a 10-minute deficit between our players, but we could definitely see this turn around with so many different events. I mean, like we said earlier, the post-game, this game just really takes off, and these players are in a position where anything can still really happen. Bayleef going into that first moon pipe. This bonus area can be a little tricky.
Alright.
Nice. He's pretty safe on that first half.
Poggers! The wall didn't eat Cappy!
Amen to that.
Bayleef had a world record pace run where he tossed Cappy there and Cappy just disappeared. So he died.
Oof.
And
The way that
we looked back at the clip and the only thing I could come up with was Cappy clipped into the wall. And I mean, you can't vault off Cappy if he's in the wall. So
Wow, Cappy in the wall. I was thinking he was maybe just a bit too close and it despawned.
No,
wow.
no. It was pretty frustrating.
To say the
Say the
least, I'm
least.
sure. Bayleef proven he don't need no stinking clouds to reach that moon all the way over there.
I actually think that like the intended strat there is way harder. Like doing
definitely.
that many cloud jumps.
I mean, you'd have to purposely make yourself go super slow for that. Nice leaving those blocks, going ahead and doing some early maintenance on the block wall so his path through later is easier. Picking up that secret moon behind the waterfall. Man, I gotta tell you, when I played this game with my girlfriend, she started screaming when she saw the first 8-bit moon because she thought it was so cute.
There's like a lot of like pretty cute things though.
Oh, no doubt. It's just such an amazing game. I had a smile on my face all the way throughout this game.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like an enjoyable time.
It's really like where Breath of the Wild is this like really calm, serene kind of experience. This is really the like just in your face like celebration of fun. Like it's really active, really like hyper. The two definitely complemented each other really well as first party titles, I think. Man, what a year for video games too.
Yeah, it was even like what a week because so like Breath of the Wild came out and then the same week Horizon Zero. I didn't hear anything about Horizon Zero Dawn. Like Breath of the Wild kind of overshadowed it in the whole like news section, but from the people I did hear about it, they were like, it's pretty good. And then I think the week after Breath of the Wild came out, something else came out that was like pretty big name.
Trying to think of what that may have been. Back in 20... Refresh my memory, was Breath of the Wild late 2016 or early 2017?
Dude, I actually have to look it up.
Well, while he's doing that, Bayleef going for the T-Rex for round 2.
2017. Early 2017. Same, I think it launched with the Switch.
Yeah, which I'm so glad they ported that to Switch. I would have hated having to buy a Wii U just for that game.
I disagree, but you know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like not a big fan of Breath of the Wild on Switch.
See, I thought the main differences were just that the like audio fidelity on Switch was slightly better, but then the loading times were slightly better on Wii U.
Well, I've got thoughts on the fact that they gimped Switch.
How do you mean?
I have to go through menu.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's... See, I forgot the Wii U had that second screen.
Like, the whole beauty of the Wii U was that I never had to have a menu that I had to pause for again. And then I had to have a menu because they didn't want to ruin the Switch version.
That's fair, that's fair.
And also it, like, runs better on the...
Yeah, because I did notice, like, especially in the Lost Woods, there were definitely a couple points that Switch lagged. It's that darn bloom effect.
Yeah, and it's also kind of present in Odyssey, so like when you are in the fog room in Lake, you can, that is where Zimpars and I have noticed that input gets dropped a lot more often in that room. Really, really frustrating, because that room is useful in bingo. And so I go through that room, and I'm like, am I going to dive or am I not going to dive? Find out this week.
Find out this week on Lag Central.
Mad.
Oop, Dre pulling after that hop up to that moon on the top of the ice tower first try. A little bit of a save.
Definitely some time gain on Bayleef there.
Bayleef looks like he's getting close to finish with Cascade at the moment.
Yep.
Going over into Bowser Kingdom soon enough. Through the painting we go.
I wonder if he just split again.
Did you see a flash on his timer?
No, they hid the timer because he kept doing it.
I wonder why he didn't just pull up his normal splits. I mean, sure, it would have been red the whole time, but so?
I told him not to because it's easier for the restreamer to crop it if it's just a timer.
Ah, I see. Commentators even learn something new every day.
I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but I kind of remember talking to a restreamer and they were like, if you could like close the splits and just give me like a clean timer, that'd be pretty swell.
I do have to say, a minor pet peeve of mine is when people use timers with non-standard fonts. As in when people use like handwritten fonts for timers. For Comic Sans. I'm just like, wait a minute.
You should see the splits that I use. Some of the runs I do. If someone hasn't made the splits for me, I just don't even have like splits. It's just a timer.
I just always use the most sarcastic names possible. Like Seaside, Luncheon, and Ruined on my splits are Angry Water, Angry Bubblegum, and Angry Lizard. Because one of my friends described Perrier, like the sparkling water, as Angry Water, so it fits. Vash done with my crap, apparently.
No. I'm making mental notes. Because I interact.
Oh, you're stealing it!
What? No. I mean for, because I was just talking about how they should, like, they prefer closed splits. And he's like, well, that's not really true. I'm like, oh, okay. Making useful. Mentally noted for, because, like, some people are like, I don't really know how to, like, race on speed gaming, and then I'm like, I'll just walk you through it. So I can just make that a note for people I help.
Ah, I see.
But I'll just tell Bayleef if I sabotage him. But the scary thing is that he's probably actually like listening to me right now, so I can't meme on him. Ever.
Yeah, unlike you, he does not let his subs pay to bully him.
Well, I mean...
Not as much, at least.
Yeah.
Ooh, this room. Let's see exactly how he manages to handle this.
Oh, Jizo room? No, Jizo room's free.
Oh, I was just figuring he was going to be doing some spike skips or something.
So good. So clean.
Just beautiful movement there. And also from Dray, making his way through the Moon Piece room, the one room that you do not see in any percent.
You don't see a lot of rooms at any percent.
In Snow Kingdom, I mean. In Snow Kingdom.
Any percent does the other 3 rooms?
It does all the way through the purple room, the Goomba Ice room, and it does 1 moon from the room with Hatter on top. And then you teleport away after that last moon.
That's so weird to me.
Well, it's you can either do that or I think you either do that or Snowdram. If you're more advanced, you do Snowdram instead of that last moon. But for beginners, you want to just do that last moon since Snowdram is probably going to waste more time.
Yeah, since Snowdram is like way more precise.
Yep.
Dray with the accidental up throw.
Man, I can almost never get my up throws to happen on purpose. How is he doing it by accident? Ooh, very nice notes from Bayleef. Especially with that little peck on the end for those
Dray
last
having a little bit of problem with this box moon.
It could be...
Not really sure what was happening on his end there. That was really weird.
Bay talking to Princess Peach in Bowser Kingdom.
The best outfit of Peach.
Definitely.
Another reason why Bowser's Kingdom is my favorite kingdom in the game.
And plus, like, you can't forget about that samurai suit. Oh, man.
I can take it or leave it. The best outfit in the game is the Super Mario 64 outfit.
Okay, true. But, I mean, besides that one, that one's just like a given, you know? Dray having a little bit of trouble with getting up here, but that's okay. He got it second try. Timpani out here trying to make keyless just that more difficult. Now we see Leaf heading into Seaside Kingdom. Actually not doing Harriet's notes, interestingly enough. That one's a pretty inconsistent one I found, and kind of slow.
I think it got routed out... When did that get routed out? It might have been back in, like, March? I actually hadn't even thought about the fact that it's no longer in the route. Like, ever. I only just noticed it routed up. So that's pretty crazy, considering how long I've been watching this run.
Yeah, it's definitely a forgettable moon, though, honestly. Unless you have to do it like 60 times.
It's really annoying, because I hate doing spin throws.
Oh, me too, me too. There's really not an amazing way to do spin throws. Until you get good at bumps, I guess, because, like, unless you can tilt the control stick pretty fast, they're pretty difficult.
Well, I play on Joy-Con, so, like, it's a little bit more consistent. But... Also, Dray's in the really scary room.
Yep. Choosing for a little bit of a safer route there.
Yeah. I was about to say, he's not doing the, like, normal route for it, so...
Going for that easy triple jump there.
Oh...
Oh, that one's a rough one.
Cappy! His Cappy got eaten. Well, he didn't clip the Cappy, but Cappy hit the wall, but I'm not really sure why Cappy hit the wall there.
May have just been a slight acute angle, I think.
No, because he was definitely perpendicular. Yeah, going for a safer setup in that situation there.
And there we go, gets it that time. Phew. Meanwhile, Bayleef on his way through Moon Kingdom.
Honestly, like a good mental recovery from Dray, because I would be super tilted.
Oh, same here, but
I honestly think that he got robbed there a bit.
Just the ability to be able to move on a little bit is invaluable in a race like this. Meanwhile, commentator not knowing the difference between Seaside and Moon Kingdom, apparently. I mean to say he's going through Seaside's Moon route. Post-Moon route.
Bayleef didn't scare the shopkeeper, so amazing play.
Honestly,
Not making a mistake.
he is dominating the seaside at the moment. Just wow, this is fantastic to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's like okay at the category, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, I've seen worse. I've
Maybe
seen
one day
better.
he'll be good, though. he's gonna be mad at me for that one.
We'll hop into stream later and he'll be like, "What'd you say about me?"
No, it's more like it'll just be, you know, a normal, like, stream, and then he'll say, I remember what you said, Bash. Sorry?
He'll lose a world record pace run and be like, "I dedicate that loss to Bash."
No, like a lot of, I mean, that's not that bad. That's, like, mild.
Hector with the great emote ideas in chat, not like Keith with Keith from Zelda doing the not like this face. Someone should hire that man on Twitch staff.
Okay, let's not get carried away. Hector is a complex user.
See, I feel like this is one of those moments where complex means I would like to say something else about him.
He is a weird boy.
I mean, aren't we all? We're watching grown men play a game fast. But we're all here.
Hector's from my chat.
Ah.
And that's...
What's that supposed to mean? We're all weird together. It's the not weird people that are wrong, honestly. Normies, get out. Ray! Clean movement so far in Cascade 2 from Dray. Meanwhile, Bayleef going pretty strong in Seaside.
It's, you know, still just a relaxing time.
No doubt. The music in Seaside is what really makes that relaxing.
Like, honestly, it almost, like, lulled me into sleep right there. I did not sleep much.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
you know. That's why, behind the scenes, I was like, I mean, I can commentate this run. But if anybody else steps up, I won't sign up.
Right. This is actually my first SMO commentary, believe it or not, chat, so... You probably do believe it. Anyway. Bayleef finishing up Seaside right here. He's got, looks like, 3 or 4 more moons left. Nice with those hops there. Quick entry into that
working
little
on
cavern.
the old taxi side quest. Oh, he almost got that good Goomba jump, or Koopa jump. Oh, barely missed platform, and also missed the jump, so... Kinda sucks for Bayleef here.
Ooh! Okay, finally recovering from that. It's definitely a little bit rough for him.
That might have been a 5-second time loss.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but definitely a little bit for Dray to come up with if he ends up doing better whenever he goes through Seaside. Ooh!
I didn't even know that stopped the shell!
I didn't either, I'll be real.
Oh, that's really funny to me. I mean, like, it makes sense, right? Because the way that you move a Koopa shell is by running into it. So I guess, like, if it were to hit you, it's like you running into it, right?
Right.
But it just didn't really. It just fell flat.
I always thought that they moved too. That is, I'll have to make a mental note of that.
Let's see. That Koopa shell mess up might have been like another 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Trying to do the mental math, but it's hard.
All right, Bayleef now heading into Wooded for his second visit. Get ready for a fairly long split. We're going to be starting off with some upworld movement. Ooh! Ooh! Bayleef missing the nut on the fence. A little bit of rerouting here. I'm not sure if he actually got the checkpoint within the secret entrance too, so that could be a little bit of a problem for him. Handily getting that moon.
Trying to think about what he'll do in that situation.
Yeah, because he's having to reroute this on the fly. The route is contingent on him getting that nut moon pretty early. Okay, so I think he's going to be going back for it relative. Oh wait, I think he's going to be going for flower fields instead.
He'll probably use the use this as like a repositioning tool.
Right.
And then, but that's kind of scary because it's gonna mess with birds.
And bird cycles are definitely... You don't want to stray too far away from what you're used to. And now he's going into that fight with the flower sucker. Let's see how well he does on this fight. Dray, meanwhile, presenting a pretty
Meanwhile, my entire gaze just shifts over to Gay. No, not Gay. Dray. Because I was gonna say gaze.
We don't have Mr. Newell on our stream, unfortunately. Not yet. What game do you...
Could you imagine if he was on Speed Gaming?
I couldn't.
It would be so weird.
It would probably explode Twitch. Like, Twitch would just die.
And like, what if they just like didn't announce it? Like, it was just, you know, like, so like, you know, like our race ends and we're like, all right, you know, so up next, like, there's gonna be a quick Half-Life 1 speed run from blah 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 blah, and then, you know, like, so have fun over there.
And you have Alex Ho pop out just like you're expecting, and then suddenly Gabe Newell on the other monitor.
Yeah, and then, hello and welcome to the Half-Life 1 speedrun on Speed Gaming 3. I'm Gabe Newell, and I can be reached at Gabe Newell at ValveSoftware.com.
You think Gabe would run the Half-Life though, or would he run something different?
No, he would commentate the run.
Oh, fair. I wonder how much of that commentary though would just be, "What are you doing?"
No, he, like, a lot of the tricks in it he'd be aware of.
A lot of it's fast movement with the bunny hopping too. That's what a lot of the routing is, from what I remember.
Bunny hopping, and essentially like rocket jump / grenade propulsion, stuff like that. Dude,
right.
Half-Life 1 is a really cool speed game.
It really is. Oh my gosh.
I used to mod for Trihex. It's like one of the things I'm most known for. And he did like a poverty chat for GDQ. And so when the Half-Life 1 run came on, I was like, alright chat, so this one's gonna be like kinda fast for a while. But then there's gonna be a point where like he gets infinite health.
And then it's gonna be real fast.
Bonkers.
That door glitch is just amazing.
That door glitch is so awesome. Oh.
Reminds me a little bit of like 16 Star, how at first it's relatively normal gameplay and then the second it's all over. I think it's a really nice compromise between actually getting to see people do star strats and then seeing what you can do with exploiting the castle. Bayleef getting that moon stack pretty sizable. I believe that is the last row of moons that he's allowed to have before it just stops, like, displaying anymore. And just gives you a little ellipsis to be like, go deposit them now. But we're not really into that.
Looking at hint arts. Omega lol.
Looks like Dre's still doing a pretty decent effort in Bowser Kingdom, though. Let's see if he gets the nice notes just like Bayleef did here. Oh, going for a little bit of a different routing. Looks a little safer. That's okay.
Yep. Really, there is, like, not too much variance on the note strats there.
Now Bay going ahead and getting that moon that he accidentally forgot before. Not forgot, but missed. Looks like he's pretty well back on track overall.
Mm-hmm. It probably, like, -4 from the mistake?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a whole lot, ultimately, because he recovered really quickly, and his reroute was pretty quick, too, I think. I don't think he lost a whole lot of time by having to go back for it.
I'm not entirely confident in the -4, but I'm trying to do, like, a lot of mental math routing-wise.
Got that cute 200 IQ and showing off. Dre with that quick kill on the cap.
Yeah, that looks really clean and really simple.
Meanwhile, Bayleef going for that big fall into the pipe. Is it possible to get the one frame nut break there in that room where you like
I think so, but I'm not entirely sure that we understand one frame nut breaks.
Like,
but for the most part, they like happen.
Yeah, according to Smalland, I think he said it's like if you hit the ground at the same time. But I had a couple of instances where it's happened, but I definitely don't think I hit the ground at the same frame.
Yeah, I think that we'll figure it out by the end of the year.
No doubt. It's amazing to think both of how far this game has come and how much farther it'll probably go.
Yeah, and how much it has to go. That's the thing, like, people used to... Back when, like, people were like, is, like, sub 110 possible? I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Because, like, there's still a lot of things that we could find.
But yeah, no doubt. Speaking of fast times, did you hear about Chaos's new world record?
I did not.
1 hour 44 seconds.
Inching closer and closer.
I haven't watched his stream in a minute, but I wonder if his sum of best has dipped down into 59 territory yet. Because I want to say I
feel
heard
like
somewhere.
that would have been the bigger news.
Right. Well, I think I'd heard somewhere that the spreadsheet of overall best times from all players has actually dipped down. So who knows?
He is referring to the BTT spreadsheet. You guys may hear other runners refer to it as such. BTT being best theoretical time. I don't really know how many communities do that. I feel like Odyssey is like the first I've ever heard of community really doing it.
Ooh, very nice on that pipe. Oh my god, that is such clean movement there from Bayleef. Wow, getting that fast cycle. Sorry about that, but see, it's amazing to see how Odyssey. It's really like the first big speed game where, like, from release, there have been people trying to speedrun it. Something like SM64, it took a few years before people were like, let's try to play this fast. But
that's also just kind of a result of like the present day. Whenever a Nintendo game comes out, people speedrun it. It doesn't matter what it is.
I'm just saying, like, I agree with you there. It's a sign of the times. I think with every Nintendo release now, we're going to see a huge speedrunning presence crop up, and especially.
I don't think we'll see a huge one for all of them. Like,
Well, I mean, especially for something as advanced as Odyssey with so much available to optimize, like, I'm definitely thinking that other communities will definitely spring up.
Because, like, I definitely don't see a large community forming for, like, Splatoon 2 speedrunning.
Well, I mean, of course. But whatever Odyssey 2 is, that's definitely going to be speedrun like crazy.
You think there's going to be an Odyssey 2?
I'm thinking they're at least going to try expanding on the Odyssey concept. I don't know how. Like, I
think that there's going to be an Odyssey. I was just also inquiring.
See, I definitely think so.
Don't take it as me, like, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. I could also definitely see with how much they seem to mainly emphasize nature kingdoms. I could see the next Odyssey being a lot more about stuff like New Donk City or other, like, more concrete and tech type environments. I think we'd maybe see, like, an actual, like, futuristic world at some point.
I think that they'll just go the Banjo-Tooie route and have, like, more specifically themed world.
That's true too. That could also happen.
Because, like, Banjo-Kazooie, for the most part, its worlds are they're like places rather than themes, right? It's like
right.
This is an island. This is a
jungle,
cave, and stuff like that. And then like Tooie is like, this is a theme park. This is a temple, right?
This is a cave.
Yeah.
Or a mine.
Yeah.
This is a delayed cutscene warp. Someone predicting that Nintendo's going to go the way of Doom and end up making an SMO immortal. You know, I'm going to hate admitting this. On the secret room that Bayleef is in right now, when I played this casually, for some reason it didn't click for me that I could capture the big bullet bill.
Dude, you should not feel at all embarrassed. A large amount of... Dude, so Trihex, when Trihex ran Darker Side, he ended up, like, dying a couple times in that room. And then Bayleef, like, whispered me, and he was like, can you tell him that you just capture a bullet bill? And it's like, he's like, and he goes, and back then, the consensus was, it doesn't lose any time. And so I sent it, so like, later I talked to Trihex, and he like, oh my god! Oh.
Really, I had to have died like at least 9 or 10 times just trying to do long jumps across those freaking blocks down there. And there's space just enough that, like, you have to have good timing. You can't just, like, go for it. Very nice.
Dray ending up saving some time compared to Bayleef for this 8-bit
Oh yeah, definitely. He had a definite better 8-bit section for sure.
Although he is in a red split right now, which is a little bit surprising to me. I haven't noticed any, like, significant mistakes seaside.
It could just be from the time lost before.
I mean, yeah, but
because I don't know when exactly it turned red, so. Bayleef with that moon snipe on his re-entry into Sand Kingdom. Here we go. Chat dragging Microsoft as they should.
Listen, I am a Microsoft boy.
Microsoft boys only exist because Microsoft has a monopoly.
Hey. That's
Them fighting words!
That's not incorrect. It's extremely hard to argue against that.
When you manage to come out of an antitrust lawsuit with a fine and you're still functioning as a company, that's when you know you've got oil money. Like, you have a monopoly there. Okay, Bay going for keyless with that Stone Man. Let's see if he gets... And he grabs that recapture. Nice.
Free his college debt. Ooh, Bayleef doing this in a race?
Oh, man.
Not route anymore.
He's showing off that donkey memory. He has the entire map memorized. not even having to do a ledge grab, just breezing right through it like he's seeing the platforms plain as day. What invisible platforms he's saying to us?
Alright, so right here, an important thing to note. He uses the camera like this because he needs to keep that dog on the camera. Because otherwise he doesn't make progress towards getting that moon.
Interesting. Yeah, those dog moons were definitely a little bit of a pain, just having to, like, walk around so much just to find whatever the nice spot was.
I kinda like them.
I do also have to make an unfortunate confession, and I am ready for chat to explode. I am afraid of dogs. It's not that I don't like them. Like, anything besides a chihuahua or a poodle, like, I freeze up. My fight or flight response goes off, and it just goes right to flight. Like, I just freeze up, and I just have to yell at my friend, like, get it away from me, get it away from me. And they're like, but she doesn't bite. Get it away from me, you don't understand.
No, I completely understand that. My mom isn't that bad, but like any sort of larger dog, she had a large dog attack her, and so she's just like, no.
I don't even have a reason like that though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a traumatic experience.
Well,
to
yeah, but
blame.
like, I can kind of understand. It's kind of the way. Dre showing the difference in their routes right now, by the way, because like, so Bayleef ended up doing torque drift earlier because of his routing mistake. But Dre doing, I believe, intended route.
Meanwhile, Bayleef going for that Goomba moon. I also have to admit, it wasn't until I had nearly every other moon that I finally got how you were supposed to do those.
Do what, the Goomba moons?
Yeah, because I was like, man, I can't get close enough to capture her before she runs away.
I think it's like a little bit misleading because of her hat. Because
right!
like, why does she have a Carmen Sandiego hat?
Shintu with the cheap puns in chat, but it's okay. We are all here for those cheap puns. And Grarg, you did uncover, there was a moment where I was at a friend's house and his two German Shepherds, or St. Bernards, decided to have a makeout session with me. I was 12. See, the whole thing with dogs, when a cat wants you to pet it, it will walk up to you, collapse at your feet, and just kind of stare at you until you pet it. Like, it's asking for your consent first. Dogs, they don't care. Dogs just like, I love you, pet me, I love you, pet me.
Well, I mean, like, cats can be the same way, though.
Occasionally, but a cat will not literally climb up your legs barking.
Not having a deep enough bond with your cat.
Oof, that'll do it to you, Grog. Hector's brother's cat does not ask for consent. Well, you should definitely report him, because that is wrong.
My, one of my cats was like that as well, which is why I was like, well, cats can be like pretty pushy.
I mean, okay, I have a nice guy cat who will just she'll just stare at you and continuously meow until you pet her. It's like meow, meow, and it's like fine, okay. She'll just meow at you until you finally give consent.
Forced consent.
Cats are just predators, man. All animals are. Bayleef with that first little statue moon. Now he'll be doing the fishing moon. Let's see if he has a little better luck with fishing here than he did in snow. Should be good, but those fish can sometimes just be a huge pain.
I hate the sand one. The sand one's so hard to see.
Honestly.
Like on our end.
It's that
I didn't
bit
even know he was catching a fish!
Right?
What?
I couldn't even see it! And he got the small one, oh my... Seems like I think I can see a little dark patch,
Oh,
but...
dude, he's so mad.
I
He's
can only
so mad
imagine.
right now. I can feel it.
Can we see some ZFG mad emotes in the chat? Now he's going for that note moon. This one's normally pretty consistent, but sometimes it can throw you for just a little bit of a loop. Nice! Nice on that double note grab there.
Freaking
Now he's going
ogres.
from the top of the round tower. Attaboy, we got a few ogre spammers here. Not even spam, they're being really, really considerate with those single ogres. Going for that diving moon there. It's pretty interesting to see the mix of moons that he's getting on the second return. Because this little set that he's grabbing right here, you actually will normally get in, like, your only pass-through in any percent.
It's why, like, some people in the early days were like, well, why don't we just start the darker side route at any, like, you know, like, you do any percent and then you get more moons? And I was like, alright, but that's not how that works.
Right? It's not how any of this works! That's not even one of those non-intuitive speedrunning things, like the fact that cheeps don't go any faster if you continuously boost, or if you just boost once. Bayleef coming in with those ZFG mad emotes, proving that he is listening to chat.
It means I gotta watch my mouth. He might realize how much I love him.
Oh. Dray looks like he's completing that little first page of moons. Bayleef going ahead and returning to the inverted pyramid to go ahead and get that other lonely Jaxie moon and the peach moon. You know, after the Jaxie statue, it's gonna look like he's just trying to get down as fast as possible, but there is some method to why exactly he's going the direction he is. Gotta call up that Jaxie. Welcome back, Vash.
No, no, no!
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, right, yeah, no, nothing. Dray with that nice nut pound. Very particular routing here from Bayleef with that Jaxie. If you try to go into that funnel at all without him, you're just done. You're just falling straight through. And plus, he needs him right over here.
Also, that time I commentated about us getting a hint art, that's why we get it. It's because it's actually really conveniently placed for us to go from, like, the top of the pyramid to the hint art to this moon to this area over here. It's pretty cool, the way that route works out. Yeah, it just kind of happened that way. Nobody did a ton of work to, you know, figure it out and plan it out and then help people understand it.
It's nice when routes just fit that way.
Yeah.
Bayleef going for the bullet bill skip in this room, which Nintendo, you can see by that little stack of coins, they knew you were going to do this. This was actually fairly intentional. So props to the devs for being good guys about us skipping an entire puzzle.
There are, I think there's only like few puzzles that we get to like kind of do this for, where you just like kind of skip all of it.
But then there's so many more where we end up like doing some pretty complicated movement that skips over most of the puzzle, but it's just generally faster. Even if it doesn't like look like it's skipping everything, not having to do it the intended way saves you a lot of speed in a lot of cases. Dray going into the underground flooding pipe. We'll see if he gets as good of a cycle as Bayleef here. Opting for a double dive. a long jump strat. We'll see if this pays off for him. And ooh, he gets to that first moon really quickly. He may end up going for the earlier bit of this cycle. Nope, going for the later jump.
Oh, got
Let's
it.
see. Oh, nice! There he goes with that. If you're fast enough, that first fuzzy on the other side of the area you jump into the secret area for, you can get between that fuzzy and the left wall, and you'll end up being able to do a slightly easier jump to jump out of the water. But he's just going all in, going for those Bayleef strats. Bayleef, meanwhile, in the invisible maze. Which, like, honestly, as long as you're aiming for the moons and the pipe, you don't even
fine. Yep.
You don't even need the stone guy casually. Like,
yep. It's like pretty weird.
glide on strats here.
Getting in some darker side practice. Using he probably isn't. He probably was. No, you do have to shake for that first one, but he probably stopped him afterwards.
Nice pop down onto those invisible blocks. Now we're going to be getting some hint art from Bowser's Kingdom.
Meanwhile, Dray coming up on the bird. So we'll see how well he's doing on that cycle. Hopefully he's doing pretty well. Because it's really frustrating to miss bird and super scary.
Oh yeah, especially in wooded like this. Like it's not as easy in Sand 1 with the bird, especially in any percent. You have a lot of opportunities to go for it if you miss it once, but here it's not as forgiving.
Like the cycle for bird, like there are several places, there's several like times. Oh, I missed it here. I'll just do it there. Like half a second or a second of time lost or something. Fine. Wooded, it's like, well, I don't really have a backup, and it's like a 5.
And he gets that bird cycle. Nice.
Yeah.
Comes in smooth. Bayleef going ahead and going to Metro through the painting after that little death warp.
He was cutting it like a little bit close though, on the bird cycle, from what I saw.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't even have time to get the check.
Right. Definitely had to adjust a little bit, but it could have been much, much worse.
And Bayleef in Metro now, Moon Cube time.
You're gonna see a lot of little sub areas here. A lot of other cool just Metro moons, generally. I'm not sure whether I prefer Metro 1 or 2 in this route.
Trying to remember the difference. Oh, the run is so different from when I ran it. Who is in the lead? Bayleef.
Yeah, Bayleef has a fairly commanding lead at the moment. Dray still has to go through Sand Kingdom before he can even start Metro 2, so a little bit of time differential to make up. The biggest things were Dray took a really bad death in the end of the escape sequence, which cost him about 2 minutes, and there were a few other deaths that just really did not help out.
Mm.
But there's still over an hour left in this run, so... Shinsu with the memes in chat. Bayleef with that nice, clean clip. We'll just go ahead and, take care of a couple timer challenges. Why not?
And he's about to do another one too.
Right outside the shop.
Let's see which. I don't know what strat he's doing for this now. I don't know what he decided on doing. Is he doing yeah, he's doing fire escape.
Very nice, very clean.
Oh, it's such a meme way to get that moon.
Honestly, I don't need your stinking platforms. Come on, man. So, Vash, any more plans after this run?
I'm not really sure. I was not going to stream today, like, for sure, but now that I'm doing this commentary, maybe.
Ooh, very clean slot grab from Bay. It can be a little tricky sometimes.
No, he mostly has it down.
Well, for
When he
users,
walks into
anyway.
slot side, I, like, never think that they mess it up.
When you're first trying to do that strat, it can be hard to, like,
Oh,
get the cap in the right position.
Dude! Dude!
Dune, please!
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I can't even, like... You know, we've all been there.
There's a certain point where you just have to stop and just feel the, like, vibration and figure out where it's at again. It's that depth perception again. It's so hard to perceive the curve of that Dune.
Well, I mean, it's also just like it's an orange blob.
Right.
It's all sand.
You know when that first happened, I thought you were saying "dude, please," and I was like, "Wait, what did I say?" Very clean movement, as we come to expect from the Bay. Dray starting off his Sand Kingdom nice and strong. Going ahead and activating the dog. With a little bit of a love tap.
Making sure he keeps it on screen. I think he actually... Oh, if it weren't for that bonk, he did a really good job of keeping it on screen.
No doubt there. Using that capture to go ahead and get a little bit more height. This is a rough building to climb. If you don't get that initial dive, like it's... Ugh. Going into the Metro Walker's room. Ooh, what's Bay doing here? Ah, he's grabbing the cap. I forget that. See, that cap doesn't spawn at any percent. I think it's a post-moon thing. Now let's see. Is he gonna... Okay, grabs that angle change. Whenever I try to do this room, I end up trying to do it without that camera flip, and it is so bad. Because there's just enough of a gap between that first metal platform and that second bouncer that there's a lot of room to just... Ugh. Dray going ahead and grabbing that dog moon. Meanwhile, Bayleef...
Dog while he works on getting his other moon. Get those coins, the dog moves on. Move over here so the dog can start doing his pawing thing, but while Bayleef goes over here to get the moon. Standard, like, often stuff.
Just very clean. Anytime you can do something at the same time as something else, it is almost always beneficial to do so. Dray going ahead and grabbing the moon on top of the archway. I think it's pretty interesting that that one's like... Oh, that's right, the Dune is in the return too, duh.
Yep.
I was about to say, it's interesting how you do the return without doing that, or the Dune without doing the arch. Blech. Commentator forgetting how English works momentarily. Jax, Bayleef is in the lead currently. The way the route works out, Sand Kingdom comes before Metro during the revisits. Right now they are in what is called post-game, which is after you beat Bowser after achieving world peace. The goal is to get to the darker side of the moon and proceed to complete the dungeon there for 503 total moons. And so next after Metro, Bayleef will be going into his revisit of Lake Kingdom. But right now, you know, let's just go on top of the skyscraper. Bayleef using those speed climbing strats. Just shaking the controller isn't enough for him.
I hate speed climbing strats. They scare me every time.
Honestly, same.
And like the time save, like I understand we're speed running. I am aware, but sometimes I'm like, is it worth it?
And now he's dropping off the scooter for a little something something. I've always loved this section.
It wasn't amazing for a scooter drop, but it's not that bad. He didn't lose it or anything like that, but
right.
He definitely wants a better one than what he just got.
All that hopping. little time, but overall, pretty clean execution, especially on the Trash Moon. You know, I've always kind of felt weird talking to Captain Toad here. He's just standing on the end of this metal girder over like an infinite drop. Like, is he okay?
Hey man,
does he need to
sometimes
talk?
he just wants to enjoy the view.
Well, like, I mean,
It's
if
just
he
like
needs
no,
to
it's
talk,
like
we're
that
here
one.
for him.
It's like that one photo about the workers, you know. And you know, like the one about the ones in New York.
Right.
You know the picture.
Yeah, where they're all eating lunch on the side of the girder. I thought you were talking about an in-game picture for a moment.
No.
God, that picture gives my hands such sweaty palms.
No. I can't think about it. I can't. I brought it up, but like, Monka, dude.
Monka. Very nice right there. And Jax Bayleef is currently the world record holder in this category, so you could say he is the best. And you would be correct. But Gerard is also correct that everyone is doing their absolute best. Shout out to both of these runners. Meanwhile, Bay moving on to Lake Kingdom. For those curious, Bay has collected 219 moons so far that he has not deposited. Ultimately, that number is going to exceed 300. Say what?
Knowing the moon numbers.
Hey, if you're commentating, you gotta be prepped.
No, wing it every time.
I mean, so am I. I'm just keeping count in my head.
Oh my, what? No, you're not.
I have the route up on another monitor.
Yeah, I know you do.
At least we can see this fish. Meanwhile, Dre's fishing with an invisible fish. Bayleef not mad at this one. Can we get some ZFG smugs in the chat for Bayleef having a great fishing in Lake Kingdom? One X person, they do not do frog skip because it does not work in version 1.2. People running legacy versions do also do frog skip, but honestly, I kind of prefer not doing frog skip since the dungeon routing is actually pretty cool. And if you do frog skip, the end of the run is just watching a frog swim through the air for about a minute. Kind of anticlimactic, if you ask me.
It was extremely anticlimactic. When the glitch was discovered, I was like, well, that's boring.
Right? You're like, oh, come on. It's kind of like that, the Infinite SpongeBob, where it was like, great, all that routing we did is worthless now. You literally just get to watch Patrick, like, stand in front of a skee-ball machine for, like, a minute or two, I think.
The bigger one that I hate is, Ganondorf.
But see, at least Ganondorf is cool from, like, a technical perspective.
No. I am, like, a nerdy boy. I'm a programmer. I find the bit manipulation runs in Pokemon, while boring to watch, interesting. I hate Ganondorf.
You hate the fact that on the room tables, the Ganondorf room happens to be just in the right position. Okay.
I absolutely abhor it, because, like, that run is so boring as a result.
I mean, you could always watch Ganonless or No I Am Wrong Warp.
Yeah, but now we have, like, 8 categories, and it's
I just stick with Hundo. Hundo is definitely the very, very interesting category.
Here's how I feel about Hundo. Just a single ogre.
Oh, touchdown! They basically start with world peace, but the route is kind of different because they're doing some things that help the revisits go faster. So it does have a lot in common with the world peace route, but it's not exactly the same. And beyond Cascade, it's very different from any percent. I believe in any percent you get world peace like once or twice. I know you get it in Lake, but I don't know about elsewhere.
In any first... I mean, you get it in Bowser.
Oh yeah, true, but I mean, you have to, I think, right?
Do you?
They don't display a moon counter until after you've defeated the Brutals.
Yeah. You're right.
You right. Chat commenting about our doubled Peach moons. That's right. We had not just one, but two. Bayleef going for the optimal strat of actually swimming down this hole rather than taking Mario almost to death just to see Captain Toad. Definitely faster on the swimming, but a little bit less Monka-esque. Story moves.
I'm so leaned back in my chair. I'm almost horizontal.
Yeah, I need to get a chair like that. I need to get one of those.
I do not have a chair like that right now.
All I want in this world is a stand-up jet ski and a racer's chair, because those chairs are just so comfy and so ventilated.
DM me on Discord, and I'll send you one that's affordable.
Okay, bet. I was looking at the clutch ones, and I found one that, like, it didn't seem too unreasonably priced, especially for what it was. I really like how they have, like, they call it, I think, like, 4D armrest technology or something. Like, you can move the armrests to anywhere in 3D space that you want and, like, tilt them however you want.
Yeah, 4D armrests are... Like, it's hard for me to go back.
Honestly. Jax, they are not able to skip First Moon in this version because beyond version 1.0, the game will not open the Brutal fight unless you have First Moon. So, First Moon skip is only in version 1.0, and it does actually take a much different form now than it used to. Right now, a lot of runners are performing what's called wet moon skip. So, a little bit more challenging, but also saves more time. Yeah, honestly, I was a little bit sad that Nintendo patched that out in 1.1. It seemed like kind of a weird thing to patch out, because no matter how you do First Moon skip, it's challenging. It's not something that you'd really expect casuals to do. So,
I'm a big fan of the fact that it was patched out, because it really helps bingo.
True.
Like, dude, that cutscene is really useful.
You get a lot of time to just sit and think.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Bayleef entering his Luncheon revisit. Remember, Luncheon is the only kingdom to get a third revisit, or second revisit, third visit. Commentator not exactly remembering how the re-prefix in English works.
No, you good. Bayleef is not a fan of the reroute. For one reason only.
Which is?
He misses the big moon dump.
Ah! It's not as big now, that's right.
Yeah, you have to, like, split it up.
Yeah, so get ready. The moon dump is going to come for Bayleef at the end of this kingdom, and it's going to be a lot. I'm not going to spoil exactly how many, but know that whenever he got into post-game, he had 144 moons. So remember that number. Bayleef with those speed strats. Going into the flicking room. The bane of so many runners' existence.
Mistakes are so easy in this room.
Honestly.
But it looks so fast.
And those up throws, like it, you've got to really try to make sure that you're actually tilting that controller the right direction when you move up. Because it's just so easy to get either a spin or just some other stupid throw you don't want. Going ahead and using this opportunity to teleport.
I love the fact that we captured the lava bubble just for that.
Right?
Just
I'm
for
sure
that.
one.
Oh.
I'm sure one day there will be a strat found that does like 2 dives on that sidewall, but until then.
No. I think that we used to do that, but we just found out that like lava bubble going twice there is easier. Easier and faster.
Huh. Interesting. With the capture, I wouldn't have expected it to be that much faster, but I mean, if it's faster and easier, why not do it?
Yeah, that's pretty much like the beautiful situation.
Man, the first time you do this timer moon, it's like, oh, 2 round platforms, easy peasy, and then you like actually stand on them and you're like, wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Damn it,
just barely, just barely. God, that's a rough bonk.
It's not that bad. He didn't die.
Well, I mean, it's rough because of just how close he was. If he would have started that triple jump a little bit earlier, that extra height would have saved him there, but... Oh, well.
Dray getting slightly trolled.
Who do you want to main in Smash Ultimate? Thanks, Jax, for the 1 bit. I want to main Kirby in Smash Ultimate. Fight me.
I'll keep maining Ganondorf. Even though Sakurai has touched my boy in ways that I don't approve. How much ahead is Bayleef? 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Maybe
give or take.
more.
Dre's somewhere around the 3rd or halfway through his revisit to Metro, and he also has to do Lake and then Luncheon. Bayleef waiting just to make sure he doesn't miss Select the Kingdom, because that is a huge time waste. And he knows that he's ahead, so he's not going to be going for anything like that. Let's see what strat Dray uses for this moon up here. Oh, he's doing the standard intended-ish strat.
Dray might not have practiced Fire Escape, and if you bonk at all during Fire Escape, it's like not as a time save. It ends up being like 2 seconds lower than if you were to just have done it normally. So he just might not be practiced enough with Fire Escape, because I think Fire Escape strat is relative.
Yeah, because you are having to move Mario, and I think do a jump at a blind angle, so... Bayleef going ahead and flying over to hit this cap real quick. Using that little cappy bounce just for that little bit of extra height to collect the moon early. Little optimizations. That seat hop right there, that actually lets him get more height on the Goomba. The Goomba's max height is determined by where you pick it up at, so...
It's determined by where you start flying, so that's why we have to kind of do the awkward, like... Oh, let me touch down here for a quarter of a second.
Very nice timer challenge. Oh man, that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
He looks so happy.
It's a happy snack.
Also, for those wondering, that moon dump from Bayleef was 252 moons, if I remember correctly.
I cannot confirm or deny because I haven't paid attention to that stuff in long.
I think he ended up with like 357 or so. And he started out with like 142, or I think 143. I forget.
It is really weird to like to look at Dre's screen where you just have a full screen, and you look at Bayleef's and he's got like 6 moons.
Right? It's definitely good that Nintendo decided to put those moons kind of out of your view, and also that they made that box transparent, because it doesn't really affect your view a whole lot. Bayleef being forced to go for the right side this time around, since some of the caps are gone that you used before.
And
Very nice bump right there.
YOLO. There we go.
Nice! That was beautiful. Nice death warp to cap that off. Dray going ahead and doing those dog strats in Metro Park.
Oh,
Ooh, barely missing that bird.
Also, dog got a bit messed up for him because I don't know if he turned around. Time to there we go. Dog messing with him a little bit. Hopping over here, make sure it makes this bird cycle. I don't know if dog's gonna be ready when he turns around.
I certainly hope so. Looks like it's near there. Yeah.
It's just like that area is kind of a cascading failure type situation.
Honestly,
Steaks
the
leave
routing is
over
so
steak.
frustrating.
So that's completely understandable that just happened to him. Unfortunate that it did though. But now he's going into
Is this? Oh, the dark room.
an ogre room.
Man, the color of these blocks in this room is honestly one of my favorite shades of blue.
I believe that it is. No, Bayleef prefers light. But Bayleef's favorite color is also blue.
Well, same here. But my preference is generally for cerulean to cyan, somewhere within that color range.
I believe that Bayleef prefers like teal.
I mean, that's fully acceptable, as long as he's not into navy blue. Navy blue lovers, get out! Ray!
Oh, 3 hours into our darker side run. What happened to us?
I don't even know, but I'm here for it if you're here for it. Nice little drop off there. We are going to unfortunately be seeing the Odyssey movement now rather than our good old moon dump movement. A lot of little Odyssey cutscenes, unfortunately. Dray going for that scooter strut. Let's see if he can show Bayleef how to do it with that scooter drop. Going back into Lost for Bayleef. See, I wonder why Cappy feels the need to tell you about all of the moon rocks.
Because they want to make sure you know where it is.
True.
But he doesn't tell you if you warp paint it. It's only if you come there by Odyssey.
Hector criticizing my use of memes, even though he is not aware of Big Man Tyrone's specific pronunciation of Re.
Oh lord, pulling out the meme handbook.
You know I had to do it to him. Which, if you haven't heard of Big Man Tyrone, he is a treasure. Oh man. Well, who was that other guy that he actually got banned from Fiverr recently, and they didn't explain why? It was like voiceover Pete. That was his name.
Yeah, voiceover Pete.
Man.
Oh, they explained why.
What was it?
So at the not that I am doing this on speed gaming, but also at the end of like his pasta, right? It was like, give me your credit card information, and that gets into like legal muddy waters.
Oh my god. They don't understand the concept of a joke?
No, it's that it doesn't matter if it's a joke.
You literally can't say it? Wow.
Well, I mean, it's like soliciting someone's information. Like, even if it is a joke, if someone were to actually like give them their information, like that puts Fiverr in a legal, sketchy place.
That's definitely fair. Jack's
Because
wondering...
like, people could be like, well, they're like allowing the scam. Wow.
Yeah, that's... Ugh. I mean, I get the interest of legality, but man, that always ruins the best things, because that was such a great... To be honest with you, I was actually about to quote the meme.
I mean, like, you're fine.
Dre's gonna need your help, and to do that, he's gonna need that credit card number, followed by those 3 digits on the back and the expiration date.
It's like a pretty solid...
Oh, definitely. And the way he delivers it, too. Say what?
I think he streams now.
I'd hope so. He needs to have, like, an online presence, because he's just such a wholesome producer, I think. I really love when, like, older people like him get involved in the internet and, like, really, like, find their niche and embrace it. It's awesome. Electric and Vash podcast win. Aw, thanks so much.
I get more time.
Same.
The goop got...
Very nice break from Bayleef there. And also that little bit of movement, just... Ooh, that moon grab. That was nice. A little bit of a flood there, no worries. He'll be able to get back up to that moon easy.
Having to do some movement on the fly. I am, like, honestly a little bit surprised that I didn't even see a pause from Bayleef to reset.
Right? Like, the man...
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have, like, he's not like that, he's not at any percent tier, but, like, recently he has had to, like, he has, like, some reset muscle, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. And even though he's not quite as optimized as any percent, he's able to carry on that consistency for so long for this run. It's really amazing to see. And honestly, I don't doubt that one day he will be probably at a Chaos Pringle type level, although with Darker Side all the way through. And that'll just be amazing to see.
It's really not that far off.
No, not at all. It's been amazing to see his progress, and it'll be amazing to see what happens next.
Like, if we look at it percentage-wise, I think that he's actually already there. He has to play within some of best for, like...
a real long time. Like, most of the run, really. But especially, like, pre-game, he definitely needs to make sure he's as close as possible.
Grabbing up the last couple of moons.
I have to say, this was my favorite hint art. I don't know what it was about it, just the way that they drew all the characters in that little, like, blocky style. I thought it was just so cool.
Yeah, I actually really liked every hint art. I thought that no, actually, that's wrong. There's one hint art that I thought stupid.
I had one too. If you remember, say it, because I can't remember which one it was.
Mine was in Dark Side, and it's the one where it's just a picture of a small pile of sand in Lost.
Right! Oh my god! The one where it's like, it has like a black thing in the top corner or something? Oh man, that one was
And I'm sitting there in sand, and I'm like, I'd run the numbers, do the math.
Yeah, I think that was one of them that, like, I put on the back burner, and then one of the times I went to Lost, I was like, wait a minute.
I was pretty mad. I ended up looking it up.
Ooh, very nice triple jump to get up there for that moon. That is the hardest way to do that. Most of your beginner runners will do either a pound jump or a triple jump off of that ledge over to the left side. Personally, I do the ground pound jump, and once you get the timings right, it's not as bad, but that triple jump, oh man. Triple jumping off the salt pile, it's harder than it looks. Bayleef is making this look easy.
Well, also to be fair, that's time save for Bayleef. That's one of the only parts of time save in the run for Bayleef's darker side, is doing a triple jump for that salt. So if he wants to PB, that is something he has to do.
Interesting. Didn't realize that. Dre going ahead and buying his little lake moon. I love this moon placement here, because watch this movement from Bayleef. Just throws that cap. Oh, no! He's even having to stop and think for it. This may be what Dray needs.
No, I think that he was trying to give them time to respawn. But he didn't know where they were going to respawn.
Well, that mental shakeup, I mean, whatever that was, this may be the very beginning of Dray's comeback. We'll have to see. Because Dray's making some pretty good progress in the lake right now, and a lot of what's coming up going forward, there is a good amount of transition going forward, as opposed to what we've seen in the past.
Bayleef is, really close to the end.
He is really close, but there's definitely still some game left. Just gotta go through Mushroom again, gotta finish out this, this luncheon, which can definitely be hard, and he does still have to do Darker Side, which isn't the worst, but you never know what can happen there. And remember, if he messes up and dies in Darker Side, he has to completely restart that dungeon.
Bayleef already did the time save strat by pausing the timer. Not
Kappa.
Incorrect. Listen, live split has a function where you can undo a split. It's fine. Live split's a pretty neat program.
Honestly, it's so featured for, what it is. I love how by default you can put in split sound effects.
Wait. Can?
Yeah, go into edit layout, and there's a specific option that says sound effects that you can add, and just add it at the bottom of your layout, and then when you go to the settings for that layout, it'll be in the farthest right tab, and you can assign everything like reset, split, personal best, split that gained time but was still red, anything like that.
Oh, what is this?
Vash finding out new knowledge on stream about live split.
Oh man, you've just ruined my stream.
I'm sure it can't be any worse than mine, where every time I get a gold, it plays the full song The King of Speed from Daytona, USA.
Oh, you have so much faith. Oh man. Alright, that's a thing.
Enjoy, my man. So remember, kids, if you go into Vash's stream and you see just noise if you see noise everywhere, it's my fault. If there's so much noise that you literally see it.
Bayleef, hurry up and finish. You know what, Dre? I'm gonna need you to world record real quick. I've got me to explore. Oh man.
Professional esports commentary, learning how live split works. Yep.
I gotta go make some notes. I don't want to forget some of these ideas.
The one that used to be kind of common, but it does get old kind of quick, is that Katy Perry. You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you can't talk about it because they won't understand. Putting that for your reset, it's really funny the first few times it comes up. But after a couple of tilted resets, you're just like, come on. The other one I have, for any percent, for some reason, the ending of Escape reminds me of that dumb 90s movie where there's an asteroid coming towards Earth and, like, they hire some oil rig guys to fly into space and destroy it. And like, there's a part of the movie that's really emotional, and there's this Aerosmith song. And so, for my final split, when I finish the Escape, I have a little bit of that song play. Since the split's also called basically Armageddon's ending.
I actually did just Alt-Tab, mute my mic, and write down some notes.
You learn something new every day. Speaking of learning something new, chat, in case you haven't learned, go get the Better TTV extension to see all of those wonderful emotes like Monka S and Omega Lol and all their full non-text glory. If you keep seeing that text Monka S and you're wondering what that's supposed to mean, you need to get that BTTV emote, and it will change your life. Bayleef coming into Mushroom 2, going ahead and closing out those last 500 or so moons. Not actually getting 500 moons, but you know what I mean, people. Going ahead and closing out the taxi side quest here. Just a little bit more movement now, and we're about to see Bayleef finally reaching that 500. Also, in case anyone is wondering, it is against the rules in Darker Side to buy more than one moon from the shop. Because in theory, you could just collect a boatload of coins and buy a bunch of moons from the shop. But we didn't want players doing that. So all of the moons have to be
like
unique.
Pretty lame having like coin farming.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And that's also the reason why 100% is so much more sparse than all unique moons, because 100% you have to do that coin farming to get to 1,000. Because technically 100% is getting 1,000 moons, even though the game only has 880 unique moons. Bayleef having a little bit of trouble with this rabbit here. They can be kind of pesky.
They're like the worst if you don't like, exactly get the strat from a lot of them. Like, some of them are like kind of nice, but a lot of them are. Oh, I missed the first hat throw. Cool, I'm stuck here for like 4 more seconds.
Right.
Run around. Oh no, where is he going?
When will be the AUN tourney? The day after the 903% rareware tourney. Shoutouts if you get that reference. Shoutouts to Haganator.
Stop this madness.
I still can't believe he did it.
Dude, I can't believe that there was a race for 64. For DK64 bananas.
Oh! Ouch! Ow!
That happened like a month ago, I think.
Where just like a ton of people got every banana. No, not every banana. It was like they got 164 or what? They got like a lot of them. And it was like a lot of them had never played it before, so some of them just did like a 12-hour run.
Oh man. Jeez. Yes, sorry chat, it is not 1,000 for 100%, it is 999, with 880 of those being the unique moons, And the other parts of 100% are getting all captures, all songs, all articles of clothing, all the achievements, which, yep, all purples, which is included under all clothing. Likewise, the other requirement for all achievements is included under all moons. But yeah, it's a lot of work. And honestly, in my personal opinion, given that there are achievement moons for both clothing and for captures, I wouldn't really think 100% is that much worth it over AUM.
AUM is just the coward's 100%. I don't actually think that, I'm just trolling Tim.
Lol. Lupine Dream Express with that extremely great laugh.
This way.
Dray not going for that swag strat on this timer puzzle, but that's okay. You know, because of the way Bayleef did this, I forgot that the platforms moved. Like, until the basically very end, I was like, why isn't he just... Oh!
Mm-hmm.
And Bayleef, meanwhile, over here, getting some love from Toadette for all those little things he's achieved in the past 3 hours. Not exactly let me look up and see if I can find what all these achievements are.
Oh, don't. You're better off not.
There's definitely some for Moon.
Just read the Japanese!
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no. I forgot that it was a legal requirement to learn how to read Japanese to speedrun.
Bayleef can actually tell you what a lot of them are.
I feel like with all the practice he's done, like, it's...
I think that he knows, like, 20 of them?
Wow. You know, speaking of Japanese text, someone in chat may be able to help me out. A while back, I watched an SM64 race, and one of the commentators said that the name of one of the stars in Japanese was really funny. All that I remember was that it was Upstairs. If someone figures out which one that is, I will be extremely grateful.
What's Bayleef's pace? 69 hours.
Bayleef's pace is definitely somewhere in the 320 range, which is really great for a race run like this. His PB is a 317 in this version, I believe. So he's looking at really good pace, especially for a race.
I think it'll probably be like a 3.7.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Timpani's posting his splits chat. But I also have like some doubt.
Fuzziness out here with the extremely realistic prediction. Oh! God! Ah. Man, it's like all the deaths that would really swing the race have been landing kind of on the wrong side a little bit. I think that's really the second or third really nasty death that Dray's taken. Now he's having to refine that moon, go ahead and reline it up off the brim. Fuzzy predicting a 399 for Bayleef's final time. I think that's reasonable. What about you, Vash?
Sorry, what did you just say?
Fuzziness made a prediction of 399 for Bayleef's final time.
Oh yeah, totally possible.
Yeah. Just like 69 420. I believe.
Oh, you weren't there for... So, Trihex used to have a thing where you could bet for his final time. And so someone bet 420.69. And it actually won.
Oh,
it was actually the closest bet to his time. And it was one of the best memes.
Now, wait, Bayleef's doing this Koopa race here. I thought that when he went to the Odyssey, it went ahead and checked off the darker side.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he doing this race?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! God! Tiffany out here with the psychic powers! Oh, man! How did he do that?
He might have just been watching Bayleef's stream.
Maybe he must have been, because wow! Bayleef was at 498, my bad. Ah, it's because of the way the cutscenes work out. That's right. I remember him mentioning that before, because if you get 500 outright before actually unlocking Dark Side, I think it does some weird stuff. Okay, let's see if they're right. A lot of predictions for 13-15. And 13-15! People are definitely stream sniping. No honor amongst thieves out here. For shame. Chat, type 1 if you're ashamed of fuzziness and timpani stream sniping. Timpani has allegedly been predicting times for the past 5 minutes, so... Oh, I'm sorry, the past hour. My bad. Galumba, yes, but I'm not... Was that intentional, Vash, or unintentional?
Some people are saying he missed moons. I don't think he missed moons. I think he was just having a goof.
Oop, Timpani is out for blood after these criticisms. Meanwhile...
I refuse to support these allegations against my character.
On the advice of counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and respectfully decline to answer your question. I only get to pull that line out like once every 2 months or so the first time it takes me a moment to remember it, but once I remember it,
oh
man.
I use that line frequently. Oh, I don't use that. I use my, I refuse to answer the question on the grounds that I may incriminate myself. I use it frequently.
You know, the line that I keep using is specifically from some U.S. hearing on Martin Shkreli's antitrust practices, and literally every question, that was what he said. Bayleef doing real well in the dungeon at the moment.
Oh yeah, Bayleef's in Darker Side. Commentary, by the way.
This is professional esports commentary right here. This is what everyone came for. Nice jumps between... Oh, very nice jump there.
It's actually like my least favorite part of all of Darker.
Same. Very much same. As much as I hate to admit it, I like this section slightly more. Ooh! Class movement here. Wow! Oh, man. Skipping...
No. Too early. Too early. Okay, there. Now you can. Now you can.
Oh my god, he completely skipped the legs. Totally skipped those legs. Who needs legs when you got strats? Grabbing that Yoshi. He's gonna go ahead and do a stick here. And one. And one.
Now just spamming. Saves time! With every Yoshi one, it goes up slightly.
Yep. Alright, now for that flower road. Playing it safe, it looks like. Not sure if there's an advanced strat to get to that platform early. I don't think so. It's a really far distance.
No, the only real thing you can do is make sure you do a max, like, spin pound triple jump from this platform.
Ooh. Ooh! Totally skipping over that Sphinx and those 6 hearts. I mean, not like Bayleef needs them, but still. Let's see. He grabbed that maze skip.
That was pretty good.
Second try, very nice.
Not jump farming. Not even serious about playing this game.
Now we're about to see another little bit of awesomeness from Glydon.
Dray doing shards over there. It's a little bit Monka.
Seems he's pretty well handling it though.
He is playing a little bit safe.
Now,
okay. Bayleef's fine now. He got enough height.
Leaf's going for that partial skip of the dungeon. Which I like this a lot more than Frog Skip. You do get to skip part of the dungeon, but it's not like everything, at least.
I'm fine with us skipping the pokey over him. Smiley face.
Honestly. And now for that little bit of developer appreciation.
Thanks for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Alright, Bayleef. Come on.
Like he needs that extra speed.
That's not even faster.
Oh!
The age is not faster, I do not believe.
Oh, he even took a capture of it.
He copied me. Reported.
Now we'll see him climbing up that skyscraper, and Cappy giving that really sweet little monologue. My heart melted when Cappy talked to me here.
Mine didn't because it was in Japanese. Kasul. For all I know, he was saying, "Omae wa shinderu."
NANI?! And Bayleef coming up to time and using Dray's time. Ooh! Bayleef missing that dive! Oh man!
And
he's gonna have to redo that climb. Bayleef taking a break to take a screenshot of this moment. We'll need to ask him afterwards what caption he wants to put on that photo.
How could this
happen to me?
And that's a time for Bayleef.
At about 3:22:07 according to Dray's timer, which I believe is overall still in sync. So nicely done, a 3:22 for a race time, just 5 minutes off a world record. That's amazing. Meanwhile, it looks like Dray is going to be just finishing up with a revisit to the Luncheon Kingdom. Or wait, the moon, I think, this time. Yeah, Luncheon's right after. My bad.
Changing outfits. Let's see what he does post.
Now we get to just kind of watch Bayleef messing around while Dray is finishing up his run here. What is it Bay is going for here? Ooh, he's actually... What's he going to be showing us here? Going ahead and talking to that taxi guy. This trip to the moon is honestly really short.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those surprising things route-wise for me that like it's good because you know traveling there, the moon's here. Like we had to like talk to people. Really, I only think it ends up working out because we have to talk to the taxi guy.
Right. Plus, I know Bayleef's mentioned before that some of the moon routing is done specifically for when the game pops up those new items in the shop notifications. I'm not sure exactly which ones those are, but I want to say like at 450 you get one of those notifications, so they purposely try to make sure that one's isolated by itself.
Oh, he's showing you the achievement moon thing.
Ah! Find bonitors hidden on people's heads, so he must have missed a bonitor then, I'm guessing?
Yes. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. He's finding his miss.
Ah, because he should have 50 from here at least. And, okay, that Bonneton was the other one then. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So by missing one Bonneton moon, it caused him to miss a second one just because of achievements. That sucks. But still pulled off that W and pulled off that 13... What was it? 13-15 on that second race?
Huh?
Bayleef on that Cooper race.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant his dart, like the whole run time. I was like, 13 minutes.
Hold on. We haven't found Bowser Door yet. Calm down.
Oh, don't even.
Don't even joke. That would be such a meme.
It would be so boring.
I wonder if the community as a whole would just boycott it as like, no.
Like, it would be a high point of contention, as it always is.
Fair. Going through Luncheon 3 right here.
And Dray, probably not gonna have Goomba. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, just barely not.
Okay.
But very close.
It wasn't even.
Ooh. Well, it tried to seek out the Goombas. It just.
Oh, okay, that's a demon. I was talking about them dying, like they did for Bayleef.
Oh, no. That corn cob was such a nice touch. I love that, like, jeweled look that most of the environment that isn't the ground has. Oop! 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 Don't lose this! Okay. Phew!
Never doubted.
Monka S right there. Lupine Dream Express asked me to give the definition of a meme. Alright, according to the European Parliament, a meme is any caricature, parody, or pastiche that is intended to incite humor. Yes, the EU had to define what a meme is, so that they could actually try to pass Article 13. It's caricature, parody, or pastiche. That's what it is, I believe. Which, like, it kind of ruins memes when you have to actually define what memes are. It's just like, wait, what? I hope that was to your satisfaction, Lupine. Also, my real answer is my life is a meme, so there you go.
Same.
Someone in chat saying that dupe moon farming is 25 minutes per 100 moons. Wow. Hey, it's Lizzie Marie. It's because for some weird reason, we still have old people that don't have any understanding of the internet regulating the internet. So remember to vote, kids, especially with regards to internet things, because if old people are in charge of the internet, we get things like non-net neutrality and Article 13. So, yeah. Is this the Bonneton that Bayleef forgot? I don't remember him grabbing this one.
I think so. I was just trying to figure that out. I don't remember.
Stacked dupes are not allowed in Darker Side or AUM, hence the name All Unique Moons.
Yeah, he means if they were allowed, it would save roughly an hour.
Oh, I see.
So you had to be any percent, right?
Right, okay.
What backup moons did Bayleef get? He got both Cooper free runnings and mushroom.
Were there any faster ones in Mushroom Kingdom, you think?
No, not really. You generally, if you have one Miss Moon, you go and do the 8-bit section in Mushroom. But how was Bayleef showing? So I don't think you missed the one in Snow. Did he? Thinking, I could be wrong. I'm not a smart guy.
Since I don't know if Bayleef is listening in, I know he's not.
Any percent darker percent category. Dray almost to his Final Kingdom before Darker Side. Actually, no. Yeah. Final Kingdom before Darker. I just had all unique moons, viewership popping over, and I was like, no, after Mushroom, he's gonna go to Sand and get the 4 moons. Oh yeah, he did miss the one in Snow.
Oh, okay. He's giving that snowman what for? Let's switch audio over to Bay for just a split second, just to hear that glorious bonking.
I gotcha. Give me back to the...
You in my run!
Oh no, anime just had... Dang.
Yeah, we just took up the painting audio with snowman bonking. Oh no, is Bay gonna start Let's Go Pikachu?
No, he's not. Come on.
There's no way.
Bayleef.
He's got his hand on the A button, I can feel it.
Bayleef.
Oh. He memed us. We got bamboozled, come on. Commentators not even able to prevent getting bamboozled.
I never doubted him. Dray about to start his ascent to Toadette.
Let's see what kind of time Bayleef gets in this Bound Bowl. Meanwhile, Dray going ahead and buying his moon in Mushroom Kingdom.
Be Captain Toad, and then no, there's another moon before. Oh, I don't think he did Goomba jump in 1. So actually, never mind. Forgot. Mushroom 2 is different.
So he's picking up these 2 seeds here.
Getting the rabbits. Had a way cleaner rabbit than Bayleef.
Oh yeah, Bayleef had to definitely chase that rabbit a bit. But in this maze, you really don't want to try to dive to catch him, because if he goes around a corner, you just lost him.
Just spin past. Forehead.
Yeah, just do an instant roll cancel and just run after him.
Yeah. He'll do Goomba jump, it's just after this. Well, it's after these next.
Right, he'll be grabbing this and then scaring Toad with the Goomba, then finally do the jump. Let's see if he pulls it off as cleanly as Bayleef, because that was clean.
Having a little bit of trouble
getting
getting up.
trouble with the mushroom there. It can be tricky, especially when you're not going from dead on back.
Oh, that's a Pepe chat.
You're gonna have to grab another Goomba there, but at least he's not gonna have to scare Toad, so you can take a bit of a faster route to the castle. Oop, just barely getting on that ledge, having to do a jump to get unstuck from the grass. Let's see if he can manage it this time.
Oh my lord.
Oh, barely! Nice!
I can't believe that made it.
That was real close. Ooh-wee. Bet he's glad he's done with that. Now we just got two more moons on the outside, and then he'll be going into his achievements. So, Vash, what did you think of these runs? What's kind of your overall impression after watching these?
That 3 hours is way too long to do commentary. Because I remember... The problem is that anytime I try to remember this run at this point, I get the two runs mixed up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, alright, did Dray mess this up, or did Bayleef have trouble here?
Right. At a certain point, it's really hard to remember. But I think we had a really solid showing from both of our guys today. I mean, definitely Bayleef pulling off that 5-minute off-world record, and I'm not exactly sure what Dray's PB is, but this is a respectable run, especially with all those deaths that he took, especially with that moon escape death. Oh, man.
Dray's PB is, 346.23 according to chat.
Ooh, interesting. Bayleef, meanwhile, going on this secret course, I believe. I very faintly remember this one.
It's the one that's just like right next to Rock.
I don't think I did it a whole lot. I wasn't a huge fan of the Bound Bowl, to be honest with you. I thought the controls were kind of meh.
Banned.
Okay, people claiming that Dray's PB is 147.37. I have a little bit... Oh, wait, no, he's saying that that's Bayleef's time on the Bound Bowl there. Commentator not being able to tell the difference between times of runs and times of Bound Bowl. Oop. Let's look at this triangle.
Spin
Type
pound.
your guesses for points in chat.
It's gotta be a spin pound. Come on. Hell yeah.
Oh, man!
Oh.
Ooh! Okay, I'm calling 83.
The hourglass, chat.
50 points. Wow. He's gonna take another shot. Alright, let's see this. I'm thinking a 95. What are you thinking?
Not thinking of 95. Come on.
What? I thought he got a bit closer on that,
No. There we go. That's all. That might be like an 80.
Yeah, I think that'll pass at least.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Pop left, stop! Ah, you ruined it for us. You cheater. Oh,
Pop left with the stream sniping.
I just have Bayleef's stream open.
Chat, type 1 if you're sick of Pop left stream sniping.
Meanwhile, Dray going through all the Toadette moons.
Post your resident sleepers in chat. Go on,
I
you
actually
want
like
to.
Toadette moons.
It's a nice little break, especially like after so long of a run, you know you're just at the end, but you just get that little bit of just kind of relaxed, like, calm time. Especially since you have to actually do the dungeon in this category. Honestly, for 1.0, like, beyond the end of Mushroom 2, like, once you get to Toadette, the run's basically over there. In 1.0. Does he get the... Oh, barely misses that capture. He was a little bit too far away. I think maybe if he would have done the secondary jump in the air, he would have gotten far enough to actually get that capture. Not sure, though. Ooh, landing right in front of that spike bar. Meanwhile, Dray going ahead and depositing his last few moons. Pretty sure that he's got all 500.
Few moons. That's like a 40-ish moon. It's 760 moons.
Did you kind of forget how he dropped off 240 earlier?
Yeah, but 64 is not a couple.
We'll just have to agree to disagree.
Of the run.
Oop, he gets that capture. Nice. Meanwhile, Dray going into the darker side. Get ready to appreciate that Pauline music one last time.
Just a little bit. They should have made the entrance to darker side take longer so you got more of the song.
Yeah, honestly.
Because you can, like... She, like, barely starts singing by the time you make it in.
Right.
Whoa!
Ooh, barely. Oh! The way he was turning right there, I was actually thinking he may fall off. Ooh, man.
No. Not a chance.
Going into his dungeon now. We'll see how this goes. At least she got kind of through the first verse. Man, whenever you're not very confident and you feel like you have to start every run with the 6 heart from that cat boss, it is the most aggravating
No, come
stuff.
on. Even in my darker side, I didn't. I don't think so. I don't.
In casual, like, for a while, I was actually grabbing that cap one, and eventually I was like, you know what, screw this. Like, 6 hearts, come on. And
I also. Yes. When I was doing it casual.
Once I could get to Sphinx reliably, that was, I think, when I stopped doing it.
I didn't do Sphinx.
Since it was like so close to the that maze where I'd end up typically losing at least a bit of health.
Oh, losing fireball.
I'm just really glad he didn't lose that like midway through. If you had to lose that fireball somewhere, you'd want it to be there. Taking it a little
I think
bit
a really
safe.
nice skip would be finding a skip for the lava segment.
Hi.
Hello, is this Bayleef?
Sorry.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about that run, Bay?
Well, once I realized I missed the hat achievement, I went full meme.
Yeah, so you did Freeze College Death.
Oh yeah, I missed the bird and wooded. I tried the fast strat.
Yeah, and that nut on the tall fence miss in wooded definitely caused a bit of a rerouting.
Okay, I was a little mad on that one.
Definitely, but you recovered super well from that.
Well, I've had it happen before, so I already knew what to do.
That's happened before?
Yeah. It's happened twice. It's fun.
Dray going for a slightly easier version of the skip to get to Yoshi. Actually using the walker for a moment.
Oddly enough, this going above is about 3 seconds slower, I think.
I thought that Neo said it was like, because I think Neo said it's only 2, but for
That's if you get hit in the fuzzy pipeway, I think.
He was like, most people just shouldn't do it because like he's like he said you and someone else are like the only people he thinks should do not going over.
Which that was clean.
Yeah,
that whole darker side was so clean, man. Congrats on that.
Yeah, such a shame I got the good cycle on a bad run.
Such a shame that you weren't jump and cap farming on your way up the elevator.
Sorry, I was eating cookies.
Gotta keep that nutritious snacks going.
No, he's got to carve up.
But no, the run.
Ooh, nice down.
Most of the run went well. Metro was bad. I missed the flower pass, skip and fell a little bit. I was a minute. I guess you guys were like trying to figure out where my time was early game. Like what, a 1:27:49. That is a minute behind of where I need to be normally. A minute 30 behind my ideal pace. And then yeah, the fish were great. I mean, you know the snowfish. That was on me. But that sandfish, I didn't even know that the small fish was well, actually I did know, but you guys didn't know the small fish was perfectly aligned with it.
So that's just because of restream.
Yeah, because of the bitrate, we couldn't even
we literally can't.
Okay, yeah. So the small and big fish were perfectly on top of each other. So
yeah, I figured that that's what was
50-50
happening. You
shot.
couldn't tell which vibration was which.
That he did not notice me for like 10 seconds. I was kind of mad. Like followed him around.
And we were
Also,
sitting
H doesn't save time, right?
No, I did
Yeah.
for the memes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
and he does it too! Oh my gosh! You started a trend here, Bay.
Filthy meme lords.
Hey, when you know your run's dead.
Fair, fair. Now, this race was really won by consistency, because all through the post-game, you were pretty far ahead. Were you considering that and trying to do some safer strats, or were you just playing like you normally would and just hoping for the best?
No, those are normal strats.
Very nice, then. Wow.
I mean, there's like no reason not to do normal strats because it's practice.
And especially with, after that moon escape, how did you feel whenever you found out about that?
What do you mean?
Whenever Dray failed the first moon escape and had to redo it, losing about like 2 minutes or so.
I was sad.
I mean, yeah.
I was upset.
I don't even like. We need to ask him about it because like the rock, it like pushed him, but it didn't do damage.
The big one or a small one?
It was a small one.
It was a small one.
It looked really surreal.
It looked like a bug.
That's weird.
Because it just kind of like brushed him off. Like, it was like a leaf just like pushing him.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like
and
weird.
Dray finishing with a 3:47. Not a bad time at all.
About a minute from PB. And it's kind of like very skewed in this tourney, I feel.
Yeah.
Because it's so long, the category. And it's kind of like bad luck getting stuck on person who has like a basically world record, so.
What do you mean basic?
For now. Until someone bops me.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say, like, I mean...
I was gonna say, who managed to bop Bay?
I did.
Okay, let's calm down, Mr. 7 Hours.
Hey!
But,
Bayleef shaking.
I was shaking. Then I had some cookies. But yeah, no, I mean... I think there was only like three mistakes early game. One which like never happens. Actually, 2 of the 3 usually don't happen at all. Wooded metros are very rare.
Amen. Although you recovered really, really well on the staircase there.
Which one?
In a Night Metro, I believe, or that may have been. I don't think that was Dray though. I think that was.
That was me. I fell.
Yeah.
I was just like, really. I was.
It was a nice recovery though. I couldn't understand why the long jump didn't go through or the roll. Like that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
no, I think I just like fell. I don't know.
Indoor Metro was definitely nice. What was your favorite segment of the run as far as performance? What do you think went best?
I'm pretty sure I golded Metro, but whatever. I'm mad.
We noticed that little bit of a timing issue there. That was
okay, so that was out of habit, habit of splitting. So I took a guess at what my back or my undo button.
I'll fix that for the next race.
I took a guess at what my undo button was, and I was like, oh, that's the wrong one. I think it's. Nope, I don't even know what mine is. Maybe it's this one? No. Oh, whatever I just pressed, that was it. Four is my undo split. Good to know.
Well, certainly a very, very stellar performance. 5 minutes off a world record from Bayleef, 1 minute off PB from Dray. So what do you think about your potential next competition? Because it's definitely...
It's Tyler Tech, right? I don't know. I don't know what his PB is. I mean, I don't know. It'll be fun, I guess. I will not go for any stupid things from here on out, though, I think. Unless I pull up the restream. Although, if I'm facing Odd Me in the finals and I have a good lead, I'm doing Bowser's Koopa free running.
That'll be a fun one to see there.
Don't mess up, Odd Me. All right, I'm good. I gotta go. I got some things to do on my end today. Gotta take a shower, get ready and stuff. But it was fun.
Awesome.
Good race. Thanks, Dray, for sticking it through. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bay, for doing this race, and thanks for coming on for an interview.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep. GG, Bayleef.
Well, we actually, unfortunately, don't have time to go ahead and start an interview with Dray. So that will be it for us. I'm Electric, and my co-host here.
I am Vash. Up next after this is the one-shot championship, and it's like immediately after this. So stay tuned for that if you want to. If not, there's like a lot of other stuff going on. Make sure to follow the runners, and I will do the command. Follow those guys. They're both pretty cool. Dre's a pretty cool guy. Bayleef's okay, I guess. I mean, like his mods, they're the worst, but
And with that, it's been a pleasure commentating with you, Vash.
Yeah, anytime.
Sorry about the hiccup issues at the beginning of the stream, but we got it taken care of as quickly as possible. So, yeah, most of the run was definitely really, really great from both runners. And, yeah, been a great day, and I hope to see all of you again.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.